USA, USA, USA.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey. What? Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Stop! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this What the Hell Thursday, May 7, 2026. This sports program begins now. Sports are happening. Holy hell. That was fantastic. I think that's an indicator of how today is going to go. We have a guest host alongside of us here in the Thunderdome on this glorious What the Hally Thursday, and it couldn't be a better time for this man to be joining us because obviously we're in the middle of some hot cooking in the NBA playoffs. The Knicks continue to do what the Knicks are going to do. I guess that's an unstoppable force over there in New York. And then the Spurs answer, and Wemby says, hold on. Everybody's talking about Ant-Man. Perk said if we lose game 2, we're going to get swept. They come back and beat the hell out of the Timber Wagons, and the NBA playoffs is only heating up. And just 1 year ago, the man that we were riding alongside of in the NBA playoffs, all the way to the finals, Game 7, in which he was going to score 50 to 60 points, become an NBA champion, and stamp his name in the history of, holy hell, what the hally is that guy on? Some real clutch shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana Pacer legend, Iowa State Cyclone, Tyrese Haliburton.
Hey, Tyrese.
Appreciate
Good to see you, man. I'm the only one to clap. They chose not
That's
to clap.
not true.
That's okay. They chanted. They were loud.
That's Toxic Table at Boston Connor and one half of the Hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys Toxic Tone. What do you got going on there, pal?
Well, I don't have any masks, but I don't know if he's contagious or not. So
That's unbelievable.
with this
That
guy?
is unbelievable. All right, let's address it. Let's
this?
address it immediately. Okay, we have seen a mass world before, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing, okay? And I am not certainly 100 in on that one, but your current recovery from the Achilles tear in Game 7 of the NBA Finals last year obviously gets hit with quite a speed bump, if you will, called shingles. Can we open up a little bit more about that? Are you still currently in the middle of that? How is your rehab? Did the shingles slow down the rehab? Like, how do you kind of piece it all together now in your story of recovery?
Yeah, I was starting to play 5-on-5, and then got shingles. That kind of stopped things, for like 3 weeks, and so that kind of halted things for a little bit, but I'm getting back there now. Just started playing 5-on-5 again as the summer's going on, and we got like a little team mini camp here in a couple weeks, and I'll be full go for that. So it sucked for a little bit, but I'm good now.
How do you feel playing 5-on-5? Do you feel like yourself? Is there like mental hurdles you have to get over? Because like when I had a knee surgery or something, especially in my kicking knee, which is vastly different than your life because you got to run, I just got to kick every once in a while. Mentally, I didn't want to blow my shit back out for like the first like month. And there was a little bit of pain coming back because you're working things back into it. My biggest issue was like the fear of tearing it again or breaking it again. Do you have that mental block that's taking place? And with what Tatum's doing, does that help everything with you?
Yeah, for sure. Seeing him and DeJounte Murray was having a lot of success, for at the end of the year as well. No, I don't really think about it. I think the biggest thing is like defensively, I could tell like I'm a step behind. I'm not a great defender already, but
not true.
I'm playing against interns, and I'm like, why is this guy kind of he's frying me a little bit here? So it's just the process of like planting and turning those things. But offensively, when I'm in control of my movement, I feel great. Defensively, we're reacting to others. That's where it's going to get better as time goes on.
Okay, we got nothing but time. Obviously, these NBA playoffs are still happening. The Pacers actually in an okay position to potentially get another legend to come join us here in Indiana. This season has not gone anywhere near as well as last season went. Did we find ourselves maybe not paying attention as much to the NBA this year because you weren't playing? No.
No.
We wouldn't do that.
Never.
That is not how this show operates. But on that note, we enjoyed the hell out of it last year, and we're finding these storylines of this year that are fantastic as well. Whenever you watch what happened down in San Antonio with response to what Ant-Man did and Wemby, I think the big thing about Wemby is he's a savage, right? We need to be looking at him as a guy who loses in the playoffs at home, is going to come back pissed off on the other side. Like, what do you think is kind of misconstrued about the big tall man from France? It's unbelievable.
Well, I think San Antonio being, the higher seed, a team that when you lose a game like Game 1, you expect them to come back and respond, and respond is what they did last night. That didn't surprise me at all. And you look at like Game 1, Minnesota made a lot of tough shots. So going into Game 2, like a guy like Wemby, the paint is kind of like, it's not really a thing when Wemby's on the floor. It's kind of like when you go in there, you expect to probably get a shot block. So like you got to make jumpers to beat San Antonio at a high level, and Minnesota didn't do that last night. So that's why the score looked like the way it did.
The Spurs have not lost consecutive games since January 11th.
It's crazy.
January 13th. They improved to 17-5 following a loss, the best record in the NBA this season. Seemingly, they're going to figure it out if they do. Minnesota comes out of nowhere in this particular series because Ant-Man was supposed to be out. 9-day recovery time on a bone bruise. He's an absolute legend, which made me believe that he was going to be able to keep it close and cover, but it felt like we all want to believe in Wemby. This is what I said yesterday. Tyrese. What? Can we see Ant getting taken out in the fourth quarter to rest?
No.
Spurs up.
Oh, well, yeah, if they're up a ton.
Does this become one of those?
If they're up 20, yeah.
In my mind, I just saw that.
A bounce-back game for the Spurs, I think.
I don't love that I just saw that, but everything tells me about Wemby is he would not let that they're going to go crazy, I think. Okay, so then I talked myself out of it because of Ant-Man. I need to just believe in Wemby, it sounds like, is what you're saying. Because you're one of the best point guards in the game. Whatever you call yourself, the best point, we could say you're the best point guard in the game and have an argument with everybody at this stage, even how young you are and everything you've already done. We could say you saying like the paint is just a different thing whenever Wemby's around. He has actually changed the game, but mentally also dog, right? We need to like his leadership style. Do you know him that well?
I don't really know Wemby that well, but obviously what he's done with that team and what they're doing as a group has been special all year. Like it's not a surprise to see what they're doing. Game 3 is going to be a big game, though. I'm excited for Game 3 because if San Antonio goes in there, takes one, it kind of changes the series. But you're Minnesota, you leave Game 2, you feel great. You got blown out in Game 2, but it's kind of like we stole one. In the playoffs, your job is just to go steal one when you're on the road. So they did their job.
Tell me about the Knicks and Sixers right now, because the Knicks are. They're, a little bit of a wagon right now. Mm-hmm. And obviously, Madison Square Garden, the stars are going to be at. Mm-hmm. Peter Schrager's going to be in the building.
Yeah, always.
Peter Schrager's going to be in there. Okay, you know that? Mike Greenberg's going to be sitting courtside. I don't know if you saw that. Greeny had his eyes on you, hosted Get Up. You're watching Get Up in the Morning. That's Mike Greenberg from Mike and Mike.
I'm aware.
He's going to be courtside. Timothy Chalamet's going to be there.
Always.
No doubt.
Kylie's going to be there. Mm-hmm. Ben Stiller is going to be there.
Sometimes.
Yeah, depending on what's going on.
Jay-Z was there last night.
Jay-Z was there.
He owns the other team.
With gold glasses.
I mean, you're talking about the stars are going to be out, and it feels like when Jalen Brunson gets rolling, he's kind of unstoppable. And you obviously have an incredible experience with Madison Square Garden. Jim Irsay dropping that one in from the heavens, I do believe, for you after you got a chance to do the entirety of it. But what is it about Madison Square Garden? Obviously, you've played well, but it feels like it's become a wagon for them. And this Knicks team feels like have a real chance to win it all this year, and their Knicks fans believe it for sure.
Well, I feel like Madison Square Garden is probably if not it's probably number one. It's probably the most special place in the NBA because everybody's excited.
Well,
to play
outside of game,
of course. But everybody's excited to play there. And yeah, last night's game was interesting. It was pretty close the whole night. And obviously, going into the game, Philly not having Joel, they play a little bit faster. Their style of play kind of changes a little bit, makes the game a little closer. But yeah, New York looks good right now.
Is there a rivalry with New York? Do you hate those guys?
Do I hate? I don't hate anybody.
Don't.
Really?
Nobody?
You don't hate anybody?
Wow, not even bad people, huh?
Wow. There's some bad people. You can start listing them off, and we'll see if you hate them or not.
Interesting.
We don't need to do that. But I don't think I hate the Knicks. No, I'm not a big fan.
I almost just rattled off like the top 5 worst humans in the history.
Oh,
of
yeah.
mankind.
I did too.
And I just decided I didn't want to do. See, this is growth.
That is.
You take us back 1 year. We're going on a 20-minute run right now.
So many bad names.
Maybe 2 years, 3 years of the worst humans of all time, just to make sure that we're talking to a person we know. Because we want to make sure that we understand that you hate the same people we hate as a society.
I'm proud of you for that.
But thank you. I'm proud of you too for saying that you don't hate anybody.
Yeah.
Joining us now is Amanda. We don't hate at all.
No.
Not at all. We love this.
Love him.
Oh, yeah.
13-year NBA vet. Former three-point shooting contest. He's before his time, maybe.
Chomp.
Co-host of the Knuckleheads podcast. Also ESPN analyst, ladies and gentlemen, Q Richardson.
Yeah, Q Rich.
How you doing, Q?
What's good? I'm good, fellas. What's happening?
Just, having a great time here. How do you feel about Tyrese lying to all of us saying he doesn't hate anybody? Don't you think most professional athletes have to have a level of hatred for their opponents, even though you guys are in the dap up, let's swap jersey era? Don't you think there has to be a little pettiness and hatred deep down in there, Q Rich?
I wouldn't go as far as saying hatred. I would say dislike. I would prefer to hear him say I dislike some people. I don't really hate guys, but I'm not a big person. I don't really think I hate anybody. Well, maybe one or two people, but I do dislike some things, and especially when I play it, I dislike some teams and some players specifically. So yes.
Okay, I like that. And there's certainly one or two people, 10 people. There's people you got to hate. Okay, there's just things, and they hate you too.
For sure.
So that's a two-way street. That's a beautiful thing. Let's talk about love. Love Wemby's response. Love what happened down there in San Antonio. We were just chatting about it. Tyrese talks about how the pain isn't the pain anymore. And obviously, Wemby, his record since January 11th, January 13th, coming off a loss, the entire San Antonio Spurs team. Then let's not even talk about Champagne de Vassell, just doing and one Harlem Globetrotter bullshit in the middle of games here. And we're doing a little pump fake. Need to see this in your game. Maybe need to start adding
that was insane.
That was fire.
That catching the ball in the air was insane. Tyrese, please tell them how insane that truly was.
Why don't one of you guys go try?
Why don't you try?
Why don't you go try?
I'm not going to try. But one of you guys go try. I'm like hooked up and stuff.
Okay, so what would happen?
I actually literally tweeted as soon as I saw that. I said, Vassell, that was crazy. Like, that was crazy. He just dropped it like it was a regular jumper. That is not easy to do at all. That's a whole new meaning to no dip.
Yeah, so I saw a lot of people utilizing the term no dip.
No dip.
Because when I dip, you dip, we dip, ball dip when you shoot. Is that what
when you catch the ball, right?
Okay.
Boom. You catch it. What do you naturally do? You bring it down before you go up, right?
Yeah.
But no dip means wherever you catch it, you just shoot it from. So like somebody throws it high,
exactly.
Catch, shoot. You never got the chance to bring it up and load it up.
So there's some people that are no dip shooters.
Well, like the best shooters are like, it's like no dip is like get it off quicker. So like if a guy's closing out quick, you throw it high.
Ray Allen.
Just get it off. Yeah, Ray Allen could definitely no dip.
Oh, but it's not like a full-time style of shooting.
No.
Like,
why would you do that if you don't need to? But it's like, it's becoming more of a thing with the shooters now. We're like, okay, closeout's coming. I got to get this off quick. Bad pass. I don't have time to bring it down, reload. I just got to get it off.
How's your dip? You look like you might be.
Oh, I got a dip for sure. I got a
deep dip.
Yeah,
I got a nice dip. Yeah.
That's when you pump fake them one step.
Yeah, I used to have a really bad dip. In high school, I used to bring them to my knees. Not anymore, though. We fixed it. But yeah, high school, it was weak.
So whenever you thought you were doing no dip when you were still dipping to about the waist because of how deep you were getting it.
I just never thought about the dip.
You used to be a deep dipper, though.
Yeah.
Now kind of not so deep dipper.
Yeah,
now just kind of a shallow dip beating up the side.
Right.
Dip.
Right, yeah. But we might overblow the no dip. Like, too many people probably do the no dip these days.
Wait a minute, Tyrese. What?
I like that, Q Rich. I would like to hear another great shooter in the history of the NBA.
I think too many people no dip. Like, you're not good at it, so stop no dipping. You know what I mean? Like everybody tries to.
I feel that.
Yeah, you know
I just like the way
you
you had worded it originally.
Yeah, who started the note? When did this come into
Larry
play?
Bird, probably.
Larry Bird, lethal shooter. I mean, he's taking that thing right here.
I don't know where it came.
Koozie.
Rich, where did that
I
come
wouldn't
from?
know. I don't know I'm not about to sit here and lie and say I know the originator and have somebody coming at me like, nah, I don't know where it originated from, but it's definitely a known term and a known thing in the league, though.
Who's the best shooting team that is left if you had to go around both the East and the West right now? Because isn't it always about making shots? Feels like as I get more into hoops and watch more hoops, whoever makes shots down the stretch normally going to be good. You know, like that's normally how it's going to go. Cade Cunningham the other night just took over down the stretch. It was like a 12-point run, basically, where he just was dishing automatic makes. I feel like if you make shots down the stretch, you are going to do well. Who's the best shooting team you think that's out there, Q Rich?
Ooh. I'm not even sure percentage-wise, but just when I look team for team, I would say OKC. They probably go the deepest with the most guys that can do both 3 and D. Like they got a lot of guys, different guys that could. Basically, everybody they throw out there, they can make a three. From the big Jalen Williams to the wing J-Dub to the Carusos, Case and Wallace. I don't know their percentages, how great they are, but I know they all can make threes.
Is that the right answer there, Tyrese? Or do you think maybe the Knicks can knock down some shots?
Cleveland.
Sure. Cleveland can knock. They got Harden too. Harden has some stats now.
I probably would agree with you, Rich. I'd probably say either OKC or New York, because more times than not, they probably got 5 guys out there that can shoot the ball. But that's why the playoffs in the NBA is so interesting right now. The teams that are having success, they might have like one non-shooter out there right now, 1 or 2, which is interesting. Like, that's interesting.
They said JJ put 4 eyes basically on SGA, and there was a game maybe earlier this year where Joker only had like 7 shot attempts or something against the Lakers because JJ Redick was like, hey, whatever happens here, he's not the guy. Is that just a known thing that JJ does? A lot of people do. Is this something that everybody has to face every single game? Like, is this something you got into throughout last season?
Well, I think it depends on the coach. I think Nick Nurse is known for that as well, especially when he was in Toronto. Especially with Embiid, he was like, Embiid's not touching the ball. That's just not happening. Some coaches, that's just the way they go. But I would bet that JJ is going to continue to do that. I don't see him changing what he's doing there.
And what, SGA is going to go for 50? Is that what we're going to expect? Because he went for 18 or something? I bet on him for the first time in years for a scoring prop. And, of course, it's the first time in years that he doesn't score. So it was certainly something while I was trying to chase the crown. What is the response, you think, coming from Shai after what the Lakers did?
No, I think SGA just goes out there and plays. He lets the game come to him. As huge as that record was, I don't think he cared. They still won the game, and I think he'll do the same thing this next game. I think if the game allows him to score big and go above 20 or whatever, he'll do that. But the thing that I like about him is that with the record being on the line and all those different things, you didn't see him pressing or forcing the issue or trying to get thirsty and go for a bucket just for that record. He knew they had the lead, and he was fine with it. So, I think that's the beauty about their team. It's not, they go with whoever's scoring, whoever's got the flow, whoever's getting to the buckets, they go through that. It's not like a foregone conclusion that this guy has to get 30 or this guy has to get this many points.
Man, it is nice whenever he does get 30 points, I assume, for the Thunder, which seemingly is just all the time except for last game. They're saying a lot about him, no con.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to watch when he does it ethically. And I know we've already talked to Q about this, but everyone holds this guy's water. Everyone holds this guy's water for flopping around. Tyrese, on your run to the NBA Finals, I don't remember you flopping around, flailing around like a little baby.
Whoa!
Do you think? Do you see it the same way? Now I saw the cut up from Brick Center, and there's a few in there that I thought, well, okay, that's a foul. But there's also a lot in there that's, hey, what are we doing here? Okay, I'm trying to watch a competitive basketball game. There are children watching this guy. They're going to be copying him. Is this going to be the NBA for the next 15,
it's
25
so
years?
overblown, bro. Stop it.
No.
It's so overblown.
Overblown?
It's a lot. Come on, guys. What do you mean? Selling is a part of the game. You guys flopping, selling, it's a part of basketball. He's not doing it.
This isn't soccer.
He's not doing it all the time. Like, what, that video from Brick Center that you're talking about?
Yeah.
So you're saying this isn't underblown. This is super duper overblown?
Or is it just blown down the middle?
Or is it
Wait
what
a
type
minute.
of blown?
We could stop with the any type of blown. I think what Tyrese is trying to say, man, listen, is if you look back, and I know Tyrese is a historian of the game, so he would notice when you go back to Magic, go back to Bird, go back to AI, go back to Michael. Anybody he's the lead, he's one of the leading scorers in the league, is going to be the MVP. Whenever you that guy, from Paul Pierce to Vince Carter to T-Mac, they get the calls. I don't care what you want to talk about. You go back and look up the statistics and see. Look at the leading scorers and the MVP guys and look at how many more fouls they get called than anybody else in the league. That's just the way it goes. Those guys are elite scorers. They've learned how to manipulate and force you to foul them and make it look like you're fouling them all the time. That's what they do, from Kobe to whichever guy you want to name. Now, every guy may or may not over-exaggerate with some of the reactions when they get hit or not, but regardless of the fact, they were going to get those calls because they are elite at scoring the ball. And whenever you a top scorer, you're going to get fouled. You got the ball all the time.
I think it's the theatrics that people are sick of. That is kind of what I'm realizing, because I'll watch it, and I watch up close whenever you guys are playing him. He's so good at basketball. Mm-hmm. And I've said this numerous times into a microphone. I'd like to let everybody know. Jalen Brunson, I thought, never missed a shot. I didn't know how Cat was able to run as much as he was able to run, just up close at Perth. He's so big.
Yeah.
That was kind of my takeaways from watching that particular series. Like, this guy is so large. I don't know how he's going to keep up with you guys who are just running his ass off the court, basically, it felt like.
And that happened.
And Jalen Brunson never missed. I was like, that's basically my takeaway for this team. Then we got to Oklahoma City, and this SGA guy's just like the smoothest dude of all time, and he never missed. The guy felt like he never missed. And then I get out of the game. I get out of the game, I check my phone, and all you got is people attacking him for flopping and foul merchant and everything like that. I'm like, man, I feel like we watch live. I feel like I watch a different game than the people watch it on TV, because like, he's getting fouled. It's just the theatrics, I think, that everybody kind of gets pissed off about. They call him a flopper because of it, but I think he's getting himself in positions to get fouled a lot. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Tyrese, you would have to be able to explain that more, as you're not that theatrical, though.
No.
And you could be, because it's kind of in you, because you do like the,
What does that mean? What
Yeah, you know what I mean.
What does that mean?
You know what that means.
What does that mean?
I mean, like, you'll throw a half-court pass and then spin
and then
wild
skip
up
around.
You're a showman.
You're a WWE mark. You get it. Okay, you do get it. So the fact that you don't immediately Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan on every single, okay, that is something I think that you do have inside of you, and you don't really do. He does seemingly accentuate every single contact, and he does get the calls, and it pisses everybody off because he's the MVP. Do you understand the conversation that from the fans' perspective, or no?
I get it, but I agree with what you're saying. When I'm in the game and we're playing against him, I'm not thinking like, oh my God, this guy's just falling around everywhere. A lot of times it's like, you see a lot of these plays where people are mad, they're like, oh, he's flopping. But you see when the guy fouls him, he's like, damn. He knows he fouled him. He's not even arguing with the ref. He knows he fouled him. It's like the best players, I think, to Q Rich's point, like I think the best players, you can't really, you don't get the touch. You don't get to like be super physical. It's just not how it works. They're good enough to sell that. They're going to the free throw line. Those are easy points for them.
That's like James Harden, who was back just a couple games ago. And then last game, everybody's saying he was back too. But I'm saying a couple games ago, I felt like I saw old James Harden. Somebody accidentally put their hand out at half court. He, boom, found it. Just go ahead and shoot that thing. Gets to the foul line, hits all three of them. It was like an immediate, that's James Harden basketball. Let's talk about that series. How do you feel about the Stones? Is anybody call them that?
Yeah, everyone in Detroit calls them Stones, yeah.
Everyone's calling them the Stones.
Yeah,
Love
Pistons.
Tyrese, never heard of it either. So Foxy from the Detroit area, Pistons fan. He's way out in the farm, but in the area there.
Sure.
Detroit fan of all their sports. He goes, oh, the Stones. And I was so confused. I thought Rolling Stones were fucking going to do something up there. And he goes, no, that's what we call the Pistons. Just heard like last week.
Do people really call them that?
Yeah. People really call them that.
So I got on this microphone and I said it. There's a lot of people saying, what?
Are we sure Foxy's not lying?
I feel like he's lying.
He would never.
No, I was pretty nervous when I told you guys this, and then we put the tweet out, and a lot of people said, yes, we do indeed call them the Stones. It's just a select few of us. It's not
Foxy's crew from his high school said that that's what they call them. So I think what we are doing is potentially taking Williamston, Michigan, to the world here about the Stones. And on that note, the Stones seemingly rolling and back in it with Cade kind of leading the charge. Had a bunch of turnovers in the first three games. Obviously, everybody thought they were going to fall to their demise. Has gotten hot since then. They move on. Are they the one seed that we've seen from the season if you were to follow them? And what are your thoughts on how they can continue throughout the rest of the playoffs?
Man, I just love the Cade's resilience, man. You got to think about it. He was on that team when they had the longest losing streak in the history of the NBA, and the league to stay with it in a league where guys move on and say it's not working here. He kept his head down, kept working. He never made excuses, and then they now they're number 1 seed, and you see the same thing. He doesn't have a lot to say. He's really even keel, and I feel like he's the driving force. The man had went out with a lung puncture, came back, stared down a 3-1, deficit in the Magic in the first round, and he was the catalyst that led them back. He was the guy that when you watched him play that said, I'm not allowing us to lose. So I got a big belief in Cade and everything he's doing. I feel like they are the best, the number 1 seed for a reason, and they're going to be a hard out in these playoffs, especially when you got a guy like Tobias stepping up every other night trying to go for 20-plus and possibly 30. So I think they're rolling right now.
I love watching it. I like them fighting back, and then I like the coach getting an immediate extension. Like, hey, yep, you are who we thought you are, thank God. It was getting a little shaky there. We were down 3-1, didn't know, and then you win a series. Thank you for doing that for the entire city of Detroit. And here's a brand new deal. Let's continue to do that. Tyrese, they were coming after Cade a little bit. They were saying too young, weren't ready for the playoffs whenever they were playing bad against Orlando. He's come back and just dominated, play incredible basketball. Is there a part to playoff basketball where every game is primetime, where everybody knows if you're playing like ass, and then having to come back on the other side of it? Like, how do you kind of deal with that? Actually, how do you kind of deal with it?
Well, yeah, I think you're on TV more, right? Your game is going to get talked about more, good or positive or negative. There's going to be more tweets, more people are going to be talking about you, whatever. But I think the good thing about the Pistons is Cade is their guy, and they know he's their guy. So it doesn't matter what kind of performance he has, if it's positive or negative, he knows that his teammates are looking at him like, you're our guy. Like, let's figure it out. We're riding with you no matter what. And so I think he played well in those games. Turnover numbers were probably a little higher than he wanted them. But I feel like Detroit, being a physical team, I feel like that Orlando's physical as well. So that was a decent matchup for them to go against. I feel like that's why that series went so long, where I feel like they're more the physically dominating team in this series. I feel like that might be able to help them. And I really feel like that'll help a guy like Jalen Duren too. Like, he didn't play probably how he wanted to in round 1, but I feel like I can expect him to have a better round 2 for sure.
Q-Rich, I had a question about the other side, the Cavs. A lot of people, Tyrese is talking about a lot more tweets, a lot more people talking about it. A lot of people talking about James Harden and Donovan Mitchell not being able to get over the hump in the playoffs. Do you think that's a real thing, or they just keep running into teams that are better than them?
Yeah, I think that's a real thing. When you look at the Pistons, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. They dominated in the regular season for a reason. They're a really good team. And coming into these playoffs, we knew it would be a hard out for whoever had to face them. So for the Cavs to be running up against that now, I think you've seen James Harden has performed. I mean, maybe not like the Houston James Harden that we used to seeing, but he's performed at a high level and been there for his team and been there in moments. And I got big faith in Donovan that he always is going to come out and ball out. Now, every game he may not shoot the greatest percentages and things like that, but the one thing that I believe about Donovan Mitchell is that he's always going to be game and ready to go and play his hardest and be there. Now, he may not make all the shots all the time, but he definitely is going to be ready for war. I believe that about Dahn.
How tall is Donovan? How tall is Spider?
What is he, like 6'4"? Oh,
could you imagine him at
Tyrese? What you think?
I think
D tackle?
6'2" is what he's listed at.
Could you imagine him at D tackle?
Sure.
He is. I mean, he is
stout.
He is a stout dude.
6'2", 220 is what he listed.
He's powerful too, bro.
And he
His
can
movements
move.
are powerful.
Yeah, he's so smooth. He can just move so well. It's like, what was Aaron Donald? I'm not going to say Donovan Mitchell was Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald trained with knives, but I'm just saying, like, the
build, the body.
The build of Donovan Mitchell, I'm like, that guy had to be a football guy. Had to have been a football guy who just had ridiculous handles. He is fun to watch. Makes every play. And if James Harden, hey, come on, James. They're saying stuff about your playoff stuff. Let's go, James. I'm a James Harden fan.
Mm-hmm.
Put the beard on.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the hell you got to do. Let's start putting these up, James.
Off the court's cool.
Hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it. All of it. We're big fans. Okay, Rich, will you make some picks for tonight quickly before, we pivot into an NHL conversation? Tonight, we have the Cavaliers at the Pistons. Pistons favored by 3.5. And the Lakers at the Thunder. Feel the Thunder. They're favored, the Thunder. 15.5. Jesus Christ.
Come on.
It's another one for
It was too little last time.
Yeah, and it might.
Yeah, I'm going. I give it to the Pistons tonight. I say the Pistons win again at home, go up 2-0, and obviously I'm rolling with the Thunder in this one. Man. It's going to be it's going to take an incredible feat for the Lakers to get a game against this team.
This guy hates LeBron.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'll see if the GOAT decides to take over, though. You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. That's Q-Ray.
Didn't let him get a word in after that.
Yeah, no way. No way. He's a massive Jordan fan. I ain't from Chicago, obviously. You're from the Midwest. I heard you say in a press conference recently, you released something. You said every kid that plays in Wisconsin wants to go to Iowa State nowadays anyways, or something like that, because you guys just signed a new kid. You're a Michael Jordan fan growing up, or because LeBron James in Ohio? You grew up in the LeBron James?
I was born in 2000, bro.
Oh, my God.
So not as much, but still, he's been alive for, LeBron in the NBA at least the whole time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how young you are. I completely forgot about that. And you're old now, 26.
I'm old?
Yeah, you got to get your own
kinda.
insurance. You got to get off your parents' insurance.
Yeah.
I have been on my own insurance for a while.
Really?
I don't know how the NBA works.
And that's
you
awesome,
still go.
dude.
Your parents
Do you insure all those outfits?
No.
You don't?
No. Some watches and stuff, yeah.
Oh, congratulations. on the
Smart.
watch.
That's smart.
Must be a nice watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. Remember, we were
a watch-
buying his watch.
Movado.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. Very kind of you to do that. Puma, I see you rocking the Puma there.
Yep.
Shout out.
Shout out, Puma.
Every single day, bro.
You got the hibiscus on.
Con
Yeah.
Man's wearing them.
He's a real one for that.
He is, especially those
Then
ones.
text me back, man. Shit.
When did you text me?
I don't know. I'm just
I got a
joking.
new number.
Oh.
Do you hear this guy?
I did get a new
load,
number.
Get a load of this guy.
I don't think you got it.
I got a new number. That's on me.
Get a load of this guy.
I got to give you my new number.
Well, you're also not a downtown boy anymore, so that's you said. See you, Connor.
Well, to be clear, though, Tyrese, whenever I saw him in Vegas after he celebrated me getting put through a table and potentially
You were
breaking my
celebrating.
neck.
Son of a
I
bitch.
celebrated?
You kind of didn't do anything. I know your dad. I was flipping off everybody. Okay, I come out.
I love this story.
I'm flipping off everybody. Boom, bang. Everybody's doing it. And even in the front, George Kittle's even like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
And Jameer Gibbs was there giving me a little stuff. Like everybody, basically. And then your dad holding his phone. Big thumbs up. Just huge thumbs up. Just in the middle of everybody. I look around. And I'm like mean bugging everybody or whatever. I see your dad. I just look at him. And I go, fuck you, Michael Cole. Just because I didn't want to talk to your dad. I love your dad. Your dad
The
is
GOAT.
the man. I mean, just absolutely the man through and through. We need you guys to go on another title run so your dad could go on a title run.
Back on the
And
board.
that is no disrespect to you, but you understand what I'm saying.
Against
Yeah, I get
Giannis.
it. I get it. I get what you're
absolutely.
saying.
I didn't like how much you saw. Then he introduced us to 50 Cent. Tony Ayo.
Yep.
What?
We had a little Cameron was in there.
This guy was there till Monday. I saw him on Monday Night Raw.
I was there till Tuesday.
Actually,
That's a journey.
Tuesday.
I had an appearance with Adobe on Tuesday.
Oh,
So
sure. That's why you stayed.
What were you selling?
Acrobatic Reader.
I wasn't selling
Photoshop?
anything.
Yeah.
What is an Adobe?
I was at Adobe Tech Summit.
Photoshop.
What you talk about? You talk about AI taking everybody's jobs?
No, I did not talk about that. I spoke on fan loyalty and in sports.
And what does it kind of revolve around, you think, this fan loyalty, if you had to really...
Well, they were asking me questions. I just answered the question.
That's a question.
It's
I
like
wanna
a-
hear
I
your
just asked.
answer.
Was it like a TED Talk?
It was a what's that called? There was multiple people up there.
Oh, a panel.
Panel. Yes, sir.
You were on the panel.
Yes, I was on a panel.
How many people were on the panel? 4 people with a host? 3 people with a host?
3 people with a host.
Okay, you all had comfortable chairs?
Yeah, the chairs were comfy.
Did we have the microphone on the face like
We
this?
did.
Oh, you guys really doing
That's sick.
Big LED board behind you?
Big LED board.
Oh, yeah. You're doing
Adobe does it right.
This guy's a corporate speaker all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you talking? You were talking about fan loyalty and how you can treat fans right.
How to engage with your fans through whatever. So mine was more. I was the youngest one up there, so it was more about social media and in the world of sports.
I love making vlog shoes. I do things like that.
Yes, sir. There you
I
go.
get out there, I play chess against people in New York.
Wemby does that. I don't know how to play chess.
Dude.
I thought you go hang out with monks and stuff.
Wemby, I've never hung out with a monk.
Oh,
You should. They're
You
cool.
need to do that. I
yeah,
thought
that's
your dad
fan
was a monk.
loyalty, I
You
feel.
thought my dad was a monk?
Your dad could be
Yeah.
the best monk of all time. But anyways, thank you for speaking on fan loyalty to those people. You potentially bring them into sports, which we appreciate.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you what, anytime you got one of them on, you know it's about to go.
With a board behind
Oh,
you?
big board.
Yeah.
What'd you do with your legs? Did you go cross legs? I never know what to do in those
Yeah,
situations.
you kind of just mix it up as you go.
Yeah.
Cross the leg. You look over and that guy's crossing his leg, so I can't look like him. Right
Yeah,
now.
I can't copy
Lean on shoulder, on the arm.
We do that when we're
Nice
I
little
don't know
hands.
if lean on arm is the best choice.
Well, it depends where you're at. If you're at the very end, you got to at least act like you're engaged.
I was
what kind of chair it is.
I was third.
So you can go arms crossed, like hands folded
Arms
in the middle
crossed
of
is
your-
what I went with for the most part.
How about game day? They got my ass right in the middle of that thing. Fascinating how that one goes.
Well, it's nice you got the table right there so you can
hide a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but then whenever this is and then we got to go over here.
Turn your back.
And I never know. And then sometimes the lower body's going one way and the chair goes another. I look like a fat ass up there a lot of times. It's a tough spot. I assume you handled it well for the good of sport. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Tyrese.
Thank you, Tyrese. You think you would have scored 50 in that Game 7 and we would have won the title? I think so. We would have had a parade. We'd have been so cool. We'll do it again someday. Speaking of parades, a man who brought Lord Stanley Cup down to South Florida multiple times and also helped bring a gold medal to the United States men's hockey and is about to win another world championship here in about 8 days. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah, Chucky.
How you doing, pal?
What's up, boys? How are you guys?
Good. You look fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Good jawline right
Great
now. Huh?
jawline.
Wow.
Hey, you look like you're in great shape right now. How's the body? How's it? How is everything in Tkachuk's world right now?
It's body's good. I mean, obviously, Pat, we've talked a bunch last year. Crazy surgery at the end of the year and didn't feel anywhere close to myself until probably right before the Olympics. Best thing that happened to me was going over there, playing every other day, skating every other day, kind of keeping like my rhythm going, getting back in like that game shape, getting back in like the rhythm of getting hit and hitting people and being in competitive games. And those games over there were so nuts, so competitive that when I came back after the Olympics, just kind of gained all my confidence back.
Okay, I love that. We're about to go play again. I just learned. I don't know how public everything is, if you've made an announcement, or if you're supposed to make an announcement, if the Florida Panthers know this. I have no idea what is known by anybody. But the International Ice Hockey Federation has a world championship happening next weekend in Zurich, which is in what country? Switzerland, Tyrese.
Oh, yes,
that is 100% right. This is a world
championship.
championship that happens every single year. Obviously, the Canadians have won a lot of these. Gumpy, how many of these types of world championships has Canada won?
Around 88 or so.
Oh, who won last year's IIHF World Championship?
I don't think we did, unfortunately.
Oh, the United States of America did.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this World Championship. And this is obviously an every year event. You playing in this feels big to me. I know Sydney has played in this. Crosby has played in this in the past for Team Canada. How can you kind of quantify what's about to happen next week? And what are our chances? Are we winning this thing?
Well, I sure as hell hope so. I'm not going over there for a vacation. Better give ourselves a chance to win. But I think the best way to describe it is it's an every year thing. This is actually my first time going because it's in mid to late May. The last few years I've been in playoffs. A couple years before that I was up for a contract, so I didn't go. So there's always like a couple reasons why guys are banged up after their NHL season, so might not go because of that. Guys having kids. I mean, there's so many reasons why, but I think it's just such an honor to wear the USA jersey and kind of like playing for the Olympics and then going here like a few months later. Like I still have that feeling that I had representing back in February in Milan. It's like, how could I not want to be a part of that again? So I'm really excited to go. I'm going a couple days into the tournament. I'm going to try to bring another championship back to the United States. We won for the first time last year. I wasn't on the team, but USA won. I think it was for like the first time in 100 years. So we're hoping to do it again this year.
First time in 100 years.
Are you serious?
So we haven't.
I could be very much over exaggerating.
We've been sending
that, but I
our
think it was
high
a long
schoolers
time.
up there.
Yeah, we haven't lost a tournament in a long time. Feels like.
Yeah, it feels like it's just kind of hockey is ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing we've really lost is, I guess,
World champion.
draft lottery. Toronto got
Yeah,
that.
true.
Juniors.
No,
Nobody
we
paid.
won.
No one cares about
those
juniors.
don't count.
Which
I
junior
forgot.
though? Which
Yeah.
junior? Oh yeah, you got. Let me
forgot.
guess. You guys won the WHL championship
The
too
rap
up there.
sheet
Is
of
that
hockey.
what it
Yeah.
is? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Chuck-
Boys, we
Chuck
won.
where
We
he
won.
played
We won the
growing
big
up.
one. We won the big one in February. That's all that matters.
Both
We won
of
the
them.
big one.
Bingo.
yeah, that's a really good. Hey, God bless America. Thank you, Chuck.
Boom.
Thank you,
Thank
Chuck.
you.
Hey, Tyrese. Thank you too.
You won a gold medal.
Thank you, Tyrese.
Gold medalist.
Couple American sports heroes around here. Okay, obviously the IIHF World Championship happening next weekend will be good for hockey. Hockey right now is seeing massive boosts. We had Gary Bettman on yesterday to talk about, this is like the most viewed playoffs in 9 years or whatever it is. Everybody's watching hockey right now. I think the U.S. Olympic team has a huge piece of that, both the men and the women, for everybody falling in love with the sport or being reminded why the sport is so spectacular. You obviously have been in the Stanley Cup the last 3 years, winning the last 2. Now you're kind of watching from from a different perspective. How have you found yourself watching these games? Are you finding yourself rooting for the East? Are you rooting against people? How do you kind of view what's happening right now with these playoffs, who the world is tuning into?
It's weird. Obviously, want to be playing. I think you just catch yourself rooting against a few teams that you just don't like. I'm not going to say that on here, but I'm just happy a couple of them aren't still playing, so that's nice. But I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's great to see that hockey. I mean, I saw those numbers the same time you guys saw those the other day. Like, the numbers are through the roof right now, so that's so cool that hockey's such a big thing right now in the United States. Going back to the Olympics with our team and the women's team winning, it seemed like coming back from Milan, like hockey was the cool thing here in the United States. So I'm happy to see that it's still trending in the right direction. Playoffs have been unreal so far. They've been crazy games, a lot of overtimes. I just think, I know I'm not like allowed to pick anything, but I would say that the winner of Colorado and Mini has got a very, very good chance of winning it all. Like, that's a big boy battle with those two teams, and Colorado's playing as good as anybody right now.
Yeah, I love you saying, I know I'm not allowed to pick anything, but I just want to let you know what I'm seeing over there in Colorado, Minnesota. I mean, at the end of that, what was 5-2, end of that, I mean, we're talking about they're laying bodies. It reminded me of your guys' coach whenever there was a mic'd ups release that it was like, hey, this is a 7-game series, bodies on bodies here, down there. Like, that was actual plan. I mean, absolute McKinnon, 2 of them late. That was 5-2. That was after Quinn lost an edge, I believe, and then got buried in the ice as well. It's like very physical brand of hockey. A lot of big dogs playing against each other. It has been spectacular, but the Avalanche have obviously just looked outrageous. They're not the only ones, though, across the entire NHL. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Chucky, the other one on the other side would be Carolina. Both those teams being 6-0. And Carolina's never, they don't have the experience, rather, that Colorado has with the Stanley Cup final and the win that Colorado has. But what have you seen from Carolina? Because it feels like this might be the year they get over the hump. With Florida, your team being out, that was the one team basically they'd run into and just get absolutely washed. But what do you think about the nail guns over there for Carolina Hurricanes?
I was actually at one of the games in Carolina because I went and saw my brother play. It was game 2. Of course, the one I go to goes into like at the end of the double overtime, so that was great. But I think they're a really good team. They're always in this position every year, so they're doing something right. They're really fast. At home, I noticed like they're a team when you go on the road, like that first 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, they are all over you, and they have continued that, and that's kind of been their bread and butter for years. So home ice has been a big advantage for them. They're playing great. The only thing that, you obviously don't want to lose ever. You don't want to lose a game ever, but you almost wonder, like, some of these teams that have just kind of coasted through the first round and starting to go through the second round, like, you almost need to hit a little adversity to win it all. Like, there's no team that's ever gone 16-0, I don't think. I mean, I guess one of these two could this year, but it's at one point they're going to hit adversity. Colorado might hit a little adversity at some point, but ultimately you're better from that. I just think they haven't hit it yet. So it's hard to say which one of those teams might be the favorite right now. It's really tough.
Certainly a gift. You get more days off. Obviously, if you sweep, you don't have to play as many games. Your legs might be fresher. You might have a team. But the curse there is you don't have the moment of everybody having to fix the shit that's wrong. Because, whenever you're winning, it's kind of a Band-Aid to cover everything up. And then once you lose, it's like, wait, we got to fix some shit here. And you could also bring the lads together, which I think you're a big part of, Chucky. I think you and your brother proved you're big lads guys. Big lads guys. Can you tell by watching these teams who's tighter or who's not tighter as a group or as a unit? Or should we expect all these guys to be a pretty tight bunch at this stage of the NHL playoffs?
Every team says they're tight, but not every team's exactly what they say. I think I look to Colorado and Minnesota. It just seems like two teams that have a ton of fun, seem to really bond with each other. You can tell by like the camaraderie with each other, like during the games, talking on the bench, banging the sticks after a block shot or a big hit. I don't know, those two teams. I also think one team that's like really been a surprise team to a lot of people, but not to us. Maybe I'll say both of them is Buffalo and Montreal. Like those two teams are really good. And what I think their advantage is this is their first time going through it and their first time really making a playoff run so far. So those two teams look like they're having a ton of fun. I watched the last 3 or 4 games of the Montreal-Tampa series. And Montreal's for real. Like they're a really good team, and they could have won that series against Tampa in 5 games, 4 games. Like they played really, really well. So I think that series could be really good and going to be a must-watch for me.
I mean, an absolutely nasty goal here from Kirby Doc. I mean, just absolute filth there. They're talking goal of the playoffs right there. I mean, there's been a lot of good ones. There's been some insane skill on display, obviously, throughout the entire playoffs, and this is where hockey is in prime time and the best players are playing. Shit like that seemingly happens every night, even though it makes no sense how. You guys have so much incredible talent. The other side, you mentioned it there, is the grit and the toughness. You guys will actually fight each other. You guys will hit each other. And you guys will throw your faces in front of objects going like 100 miles an hour and kind of take pride in it. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Chucky, last night the Ducks were up 2-0 with about 7 minutes left.
Not you NBA players. No way.
And Mikael Granlund was in front of the net, and he threw his body in front of the puck to save a goal. And obviously you see that a ton in the playoffs. And then a couple nights back, Quinn Hughes was getting shit for getting out of the way of puck. People were saying, was he worried about, screening the goalie and stuff like that, or hitting off him and going the goal? How do you know when to lay yourself out in front of a rubber missile or get out of the way so the goalie can get in front of it?
Rubber missile.
Wow. Well, first of all, Quinn's like one of the biggest dogs in the NHL right now. So I'm sure he was like tying up with the guy in front. Like he would not get out of the way of a puck. He's an animal. He's one of the best, and doesn't have to be because he's so skilled and so good on the other end of the ice. Like he doesn't have to do it, but he does it because he's one of the best. I mean, that Granlund block definitely saved a goal. Throwing the foot out there, it's like kind of when you're in that moment. And I am not a big block shot. I'm not. But that's like a desperation. Like throw the foot out. Like that's your last resort right there. Like look at him. His body's to the right.
So
that's unreal. That saves a goal. Ultimately wins them the game. But I think when you're in these games, like I just said, I'm not a huge block shot guy. I don't think many people are. But when you're in these games where every single play is momentum, you never know. Vegas gets that goal. I don't know how much time was left. They can get one again and win in overtime. Like that's the little things that add up in these playoff games. So doesn't matter who you are. Granlund's like one of the best players on Anaheim, very offensive. Like he's a hell of a player. He doesn't have to do that, but you just do it because that's what it takes at this time of year. It's the best time of year to play. You put everything on the line. I don't know if anybody's throwing their face in front of a puck on purpose, but I mean, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
All right, good. So I'll stop saying it's on purpose then. I'll just start saying that it happens and the lads are okay with it. Hockey, obviously electrifying, and the numbers and the people that are tuning in the barns, okay? You talked about like Buffalo not knowing and having a good time, the boys on the ice. It's like their fans are having a great time as well.
Blades boys.
The Blades boys welcomed in some Montreal Blades boys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the pregame festivities. They almost had a Blade hockey game outside.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you, I think the Buffalo Grit boys will potentially outlast the Montreal lads. But nobody wants anything to do with down there in Carolina with the lads that...
Oh, Jarvis's boys.
Jarvis boys.
Yeah, Jarvis boys.
Have you seen these boys from Manitoba that have come down to Carolina? These lads right here, they're just known as Jarvis boys. They were cranking the siren the other day.
Yeah.
Cranking the siren out there.
My favorite entourage group is the Buffalo Blade gang. I would put my money on them to beat up everybody. Beat up the Montreal guys on rollerblades, beat up those guys. I would take the Buffalo guys all day. Those guys are a real deal. I like those guys.
The only American bunch out of the crew that you just mentioned, and that's why next weekend at the International Ice Hockey Federation's World Championship in Zurich, Switzerland, this man will be attempting to go for gold. And also, you didn't tell us this. We had to do some research while we were on air here. Matthew Tkachuk, if you were to win the IIHF World Championship next weekend, you'd become one of 31 men in the history of hockey to win the triple gold, which is Olympic gold, Stanley Cup, and World Championship.
Okay.
There's only 30 people that have done it. No Americans have ever done it. Okay, so there's a chance that you become one of 31 men next weekend. I like that you didn't tell us about that. We had to look into that. Hey, let's fucking go.
Come on, Chucky.
Let's go, Chucky. Let's go over there and do the shit. We can't wait to watch you.
Like I said, I'm not going over there for a free vacation. We're going there to do a job and win it and have another great celebration.
Hey, for the good of America.
Is Brady going?
Good question.
Brady just had a kid.
Okay.
He is not. I would love if he were able to, but he's
Congrats on the kid.
Yeah, congrats on being
an uncle.
Yeah, another Tkachuk coming in. Any names on the team that have been announced? Do you know who's going over there yet, or is it kind of the roster's fluid?
I swear I know nothing really other than that I'm going at some point. I've been occupied on one if I was going, if I was able to. So kind of just committed a few days ago, and I'll find out here more shortly. I know a lot of the guys. The tournament starts on the 15th, and I'm going there a couple days after. So yeah, I'm pumped. Like there's nothing better than playing the best game in the world, and wearing the red, white, and blue. We've talked about it a million times. It's just nothing like it. So I can't wait.
Come on, good luck over there. We appreciate the hell out of you. Going for the triple gold, Matthew Tkachuk.
Hey,
Good research in the back, Nick. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That was always like an accolade. A lot of those guys have the merits already to get into the Hockey Hall of Fame, but that is a surefire ticket punch to the Hall of Fame if you can complete that.
I've been talking to him literally for the last couple of days. He, Panthers owner Vinny Viola, obviously owns Golden Temple.
Sure.
So I was talking about it. Full conversation takes place. Helps connect us with Sherry DeVoe, which is very cool of Tkachuk. But also talking to him, and then I'm like, hey, what do you got going on? He's like, oh, I'm heading to Zurich. I'm like, love Zurich, man.
Yeah, good golf.
Yeah, you've always
golf out there.
loved it there.
Pretzels.
Beautiful mountains.
Yeah, Zurich Open.
Oh, the views.
The watches are unbelievable.
Yeah, I think I've seen on the internet people do the mountains over there with like little cars.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a really good time over
Toboggans.
there. Yeah. Turns out, no, he's going for a world championship. I'm not fucking riding the toboggans. That's what he said.
Maybe after.
I'm going to play for United
I think
States.
Foxy went there last year.
Tyrese, representing United States of America. Obviously, you got an A, okay, on the group project. But did it feel as if in that moment it was like America versus everybody? And did the entire team get that sense? Does that make sense? Because it felt like that with the hockey teams. Whenever we were playing Canada, it felt like, holy hell, it really is us versus these people up here. Like it really felt
France in the finals too. Like you've taken on the home country. Like that entire arena, you guys, it was obviously them versus.
Was that a cool vibe in there? Honestly, I've never gotten a chance to experience it. How was it in there? And when you get the chance to do it, have you learned anything from kind of experience that you've already gathered?
Yeah, it's fire. There's nothing like it. Like it's so special because everybody wants to see you lose. Like genuinely everybody, not in this country, but everywhere else.
Sure.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do really.
Yeah.
There's more to talk about the next day, and they can hate for sure. But no, I think that's the beauty in it. That's what makes it more fun.
How do we all feel? You're born in 2000. How do we all feel about tomorrow, the return of Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith? You said there are people that want to see you lose, so they can hate and talk about it the next day. But Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless getting back on it. I'm not saying they're hating, but they certainly talk about a lot of things. And in debate, there is some hate that certainly comes out. You're talking about the two goats of this thing, I think, whenever you talk about debate television coming back tomorrow. I'm excited. Skip cut a promo into a cell phone. He's jacked. He said he's readier than ever.
What did he get, like 5 likes on Twitter?
5,000 in a minute?
Million?
Can I be honest?
5,000 K maybe?
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
What are you talking about? Hold on. Hold the phone. You don't want to see
likes.
Stephen A. and Skip Bayless get back in there and go jab for jab with a hook or two coming in there tomorrow. Like the good old days of debate on television before everybody thought they had to become a debater. The master debaters are actually about to take each other on tomorrow. First time in 10 years on First Take. Tyrese. This is good for sports? Whoa!
Dude.
Whoa!
Hello.
Boxing!
What was that, Tyrese?
What is
Come
that?
Are we being serious?
It's like Oasis getting back together, bro.
That's right.
I'd rather watch someone pull my fingernails out.
I'd rather
What?
watch, I think I'd rather watch anything.
What?
That style of show almost ruined sports television.
No, but
What the hell's going on?
you cannot blame the pioneers for everybody that was trying to follow suit.
Maybe.
Okay? Everybody was trying to do the same exact thing. And you have to give credit where it's due. Those two are good debaters.
Yeah,
the things
sure,
that they
yeah.
believe. The things that they believe you can think are, well, that's ass. Okay, that is not how actual people think. Which I think a lot of us think about a lot of things that get into these things, we in these debate shows. But it's like Stephen A. dabbling in the political world. It's like if he gets in debates with people, I feel like sports debaters, we're pretty good. Like we're a pretty good debate. And I think it's because sports media has been debate society since these two have kind of got after it. So I think two old bulls kind of tangling one more time. Ric Flair had his final, man.
Yeah, he did.
One final run here for the boys.
We'll
You know what I'm talking about? Like, remember Stone Cold Steve Austin? One last stunner to Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 40. You know, that's what this is, potentially. This is one last go of the line.
LeBron versus Jordan. Cowboys.
Stop.
Tebow.
Stop.
Yeah.
Is that what this is? How excited were you to see? How excited was the world to see Stone Cold stun Vince McMahon? one
Very.
time?
Not as excited
I
as
laugh
for
pretty
tomorrow.
good.
Very right. How excited are people? Are people truly to watch this?
Did you hear what I just said?
That times 10.
Well,
Bruh.
What are they going to talk about?
We know.
We know. Who
just
plays
ran through
tonight?
some
Who
of the
plays
top.
tonight?
Tonight we have,
NBA. Who plays tonight in
obviously,
NBA?
we have the Cavs and the Pistons.
What's the second game?
Lakers and the Thunder.
So I wonder what the conversation tomorrow
Might
is
be
going to
2
be.
hours of that.
Yeah, you're right, because the Pistons coming back, number 1 overall seed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
we'll
saying?
see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Canes are playing the Flyers. They might dive into a little bit of puck.
And also, I don't know if you know this, May Madness is about to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
College lacrosse. There's a chance Princeton, the Ivy League, back on top. Is that not right, Connor?
No, you absolutely nailed it. Nate Kabiri, who is kind of their premier player up there for Princeton, he is a Tewaaraton finalist, as we know. The Kavanaugh boys, the Kavanaugh lads, they kind of let us know last year and the year before about that entire situation. But it is kind of a throwback, a little bit of an old school bracket. We have 3 Ivy League teams. Army is playing. This is Princeton right here. I believe they are kind of the premier team. This is the year that there should at least be an Ivy League team in the final. Notre Dame, some of our boys, of course, Iago, Jeffrey, no more Kavanaughs. They have a Tewaaraton finalist. I don't want to get his name wrong. Sean Litt. He's a defenseman. You never see this. There's 5 players all up for the Tewaaraton, basically the Heisman of lacrosse for people that don't know lacrosse. And he's the only defenseman. It's 4 attackmen and then 1 defenseman. But it should be a fantastic tournament. This is one I've been looking forward to for a while. Richmond, great story. They're actually the 4 seed. This will be the first time they ever host anybody in Mayhem. And no, I'm legitimately juiced for this. UAlbany going to North Carolina. UAlbany, actually, if we remember, is the Thompson twins, the cousins, the Native American brothers. They kind of put them on the map a little bit. Cornell, Hopkins, Notre Dame, Jacksonville. Yes, Jacksonville has a lacrosse team. Yep, it's starting to grow. Sport of the future. Don't look now. The future might be in about 5 years from now, because I'm hearing people in Ohio, kids are starting to play lacrosse in Ohio. If you told me 20 years ago people in Ohio growing up would be playing lacrosse, I'd think you're freaking high.
Yeah, I think lacrosse has obviously done an incredible job of having great highlights, and also the Arena League that is professional.
The NLL, yep,
so
unbelievable.
that might be in the B block right there. May Madness, Princeton's back on top. It's starting to look like the old days. You got West Point in there. You got obviously a bunch of Notre Dame prestige up on the line. That could potentially be what they're talking about.
Well, I mean, pardon my ignorance. I have a question there. Why did some teams play like 11 games and some teams have played like 18?
Weird.
It's funny you should say that, because I actually, while looking at the bracket, was confused by that. About a month ago, I think there's a couple teams that were, I don't know, they only played like 6 games, and the season typically starts in February. I'm not sure if some programs in the conferences have kind of dwindled, whether or not that happens, or if some of the conference tournaments have been shrunk down. But yeah, I was also confused by that a little bit. I don't know why.
So some teams might be fresher. Some teams might be more experienced. We'll see as Mayhem Madness continues for college lacrosse. They could talk about that.
I'm excited for that. That is more. Mayhem is much more exciting.
Then
the reunion you're talking.
Oh no! I think you're a superstar. Okay, I don't think there's any debate, and I don't think that's going to come up tomorrow at all. Tonight, Canes at Flyers for the NHL. Canes are currently on a 6-game winning streak. Good luck to them. It's at 8:00 on TNT. Cavs at Pistons. Lakers at Thunder. It is a spectacular playoff evening as hour 1 here wraps up on this glorious What the Hally Thursday. In hour 2, we got Jet Passan joined.
Love that.
Baseball's doing it right now.
Big time.
Have you seen the baseball ratings?
No.
I don't know how everything in sports is so far up. It feels like maybe there's a newfound love or intoxication for America back into the sports universe, because everything that's kind of happening outside in the world is a bit insane. Let's go ahead and dive into sports a little bit more. Plus 44% over last year. And what was the NHL? They're plus 68% or something like that.
They were 100
last year.
In the playoffs, at least, they were up 100% in some of the games.
Yeah, it's just absolute insanity right now, up into the writer sports, and we're so incredibly pumped and lucky that we're a tiny little piece of the sports universe. Can't wait till you're back on our TVs doing great things on the court, Tyrese. We appreciate your dedication to your recovery and for coming through here 1.5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, that was cool. Really want to hang out for a little bit, and instead it's just
I was working out. I made it here.
What's the workout? 5-on-5?
No, it wasn't. Just shots.
Did you shower and get ready for an hour after two? Jeez.
No, he's putting up shots, dude.
Maybe. Look at him.
Don't listen to him. He wants Boston to win. I want you to win. We'll see you on the other side. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life.
Well, hello, beautiful Pittsburgh. The NFL draft experience where we're about to see one of these 8 NFL fans attempt a $250,000 field goal. What we did was we took all of your names and we put it into a randomizer, okay? Now, 8 is a random number, but I would like you to see your names all across the wheel. Camera to legitimize it. I will press this, and one of you will be randomly selected. $125,000 to charity and $125,000 to your pocket. Now, it's not just me doing this. Roger Goodell said he will split it. So this will actually be a $500,000 kick. $250,000 to you. $250,000 to charity. Now we wait. Popped on. Greg. From Pittsburgh. What is the strategy here for you, Greg?
Nothing. I'm just take Boswell. It's just Boswell. I've been watching him for 22 years. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you do. Just embody Chris Boswell. Hold on 1 second. All right, just kick the ball. Go on, Greg. This guy sucks. Holy shit. You're back in the game because he was so ass. We are back in it. Please, you can all see it. It's legit. Sophie! New England Patriots fan. Short run up. Good effort, Sophie. I appreciate the effort. I hope you have so much fun in the city. Enzo, you can't hold again. You can't hold again. What if we did one of you represents all of you? $100,000 to each of you if the person makes it, and then a match to charity from me and Roger Goodell. Now, you people who are representing all different teams' fan bases have to decide who will be representing for you. I'll see you in 30 seconds. They're gonna start fighting each other. They got no chance in it. Now we got a Rams fan who might be the silent assassin coming out of the group. The team has spoken. If you could remind the entire world of your name and if you played soccer before in your life.
Sam Bailey. No, I didn't, but I kicked in high school.
Put her through, pal! Oh, shit. Congratulations.
Thank
man.
you.
So happy for you. $600,000 to charity, $600,000, $100,000.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, Dwight, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this What the Hally Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Hour 2 of the program begins now.
Sports
are the greatest Phenomenal work.
Natural.
NBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, a man who would have scored 72 points in Game 7 of the NBA Finals 1 year ago if his Achilles didn't burst. He is now on the return, the recovery, and next year he'll be doing the same exact thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Pacers legend Tyrese Haliburton.
I love that the number keeps going up. I love that.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a, hey, who am I to box you in?
Yeah.
I'm not Haliboxing. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and open that box.
Buffer.
Yeah, you're damn right. No, what'd you say? Buffer?
Yeah.
Buffer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you called me a I thought you said
No,
something
I did not say that. I said Buffer. Like there is no buffer to
no
where
buffer.
he's going.
No governor. No nothing. You could have scored 100.
Someone scored 83 this year. It could have been 84.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Especially Game 7 of the Finals. Could you imagine if you would have been doing all that in the game? You're going to do it again. And that's what we appreciate about you. That's why I don't want to say 50 points. I mean,
with the number 1 overall pick, because
who you guys
TJ's
got?
going to get the number 1 overall pick.
Well, the lottery is on Sunday, so.
How come you aren't going? How come TJ's going?
I went before. It didn't really bring us a ton of luck.
What
oh,
happens
really?
if
So this is like a coin toss type thing. You've gone out there and it's been ass. Let's send somebody else.
Not ass. We didn't go up. We didn't go down. We stayed at our pick.
Oh, that's not bad.
What happens if OKC gets the number 1 overall pick?
That'd be rough.
1 year ago today, this is what we were celebrating. He.
How quick you look.
Just getting started. People had no idea what was about to come next round. And then the next round. I mean, it was an unbelievable. This is what we're working back towards. This is why we appreciate you showing up 35 seconds before the show started, because you had a 3.5, 4 hour workout this morning to get back healthy. We appreciate you. Talks the table at Boston Connor. And one half of the hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys AP Tone. Love everything about what you got going on, Ty Schmidt. We miss you. Live from an attic in Ohio as a college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah, Hawker.
This guy's a guy right here, Tyrese. AJ, have you been watching Tyrese kind of handle himself in the entire first hour? Didn't like his lack of pizzazz about Skip and Steven coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what his problem is with Skip and Stephen A. But Tyrese, I do have to take your side. I do not think you are a theatrical guy when you're on the court. I know
Thank you.
Maybe that's a compliment off the court, but I think on the court you are not theatrical.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah, but he does have the theatrics inside of him, you're saying. Deep down inside.
Yeah,
the
which
theatrics.
is good. That's a compliment. He's talented. Yeah,
You were
he's
trying to
he's
use
a wrestling
theatrical
mark.
in a negative way.
No.
No, we were
That's
talking
not
about
true.
like your celebrations, like that one right there. You did the big ball thing.
Nobody said
No.
pizzazz has never been
You
negative.
switched it to showman. I like showman better. Theatrical, you're trying to make me, sound a type of way.
No, if I was saying dramatic, that would be
different.
Right.
Theatric is like, this guy's got an eye for the theatrics.
So you meant theatric in a positive way.
Show. I love shows.
Okay.
I go watch shows all the time.
He saw
Do
the one
you?
with the
Hamilton.
There it is.
Yeah,
You've been to
Alexander Hamilton. Yes, twice. 2 different kings. And 2 different... Yeah, 2 different everybody's.
That's
I've
nice.
seen 2 different casts. I have depth. I'll go watch live.
You saw that one with Sudeikis.
Bingo. The one where
Off
Robin
Broadway.
Williams. Yeah, Robin
That
Williams.
Poet Society.
Boom. Yeah, so I'll watch whatever.
The South Park one.
Yeah, so I'll do whatever. I saw Michael Malone eat 100 needles right here. Right here.
Coach of the Denver Nuggets, yeah.
No, he's the coach of North
he's a-
Carolina.
Bar Hills.
He's a magician.
There's a magician out of Ohio that ate 100 needles right here.
100.
Yeah, I just like the
didn't see that?
theatrics.
No, I never
It
saw
was
that.
awesome.
It's part of the draft spectacular years before we went to the actual draft. We
We
had
should
to
bring
do
him
some
back.
absurd things. This guy came in here, dropped 100 needles in his throat. And started hitting himself.
AJ punched him in the stomach.
And he walked away. That was a trick.
How did they come out?
Huh? We don't know. We still don't know. We said this could still be inside of him. He might be a man who just never poops, and he kind of took advantage of that by putting needles
That
inside.
might really hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd have a problem. But what I'm saying is I like the theatrics.
Okay.
It was a compliment. If I was to say you're a dramatic flopper, that's me trying to condescendingly tell you that I hate everything you're about. Theatrics, I like the show. SGA, is theatrical. I don't think you are a theatrical ball player, but I think with inside of you, in your game, there are some theatrics.
Okay.
You agree?
Yeah.
You're a showman.
I like to think so.
Are there nights where you're kind of tired, kind of off? You're like, maybe I don't want to do a no-look pass tonight.
No, that doesn't exist.
Always want a no-looker.
Always.
Yeah. Always want to put one in between somebody's legs. Always want to be at the last second with an inbound pass with somebody standing right in front of you with 0.2 seconds left. Go, and then just throwing it to the person. Bob, you love all that. Pass off of somebody's ass coming inbound. You love all that stuff every night.
High IQ.
Yeah.
There's a video going around to saying you're a super genius. You
Yeah,
know that?
great montage.
Did your people put that together probably?
I have no idea what video
Is that a Puma thing?
What video are you talking about?
They're talking about you being a super high IQ basketball player.
You saw it.
Yeah, just all great plays from like just one playoff run last year.
Well, I think I'm a pretty smart basketball player.
I think so too. Have you heightened that from sitting out for a year at this level of your game? Like, what do you think you're going to take away of this year having to watch the game?
You know what I see more than anything is why coaches think the way that they do on certain things. You know, like when a guy's like, challenge that, and you're like, and you know, as a player, it's hard not to, like, you have a foul, you don't think it's a foul, you're like, challenge it. Then you realize, like, it's the first quarter, does it really matter? Stop being an idiot, you know, like. I think that's kind of helped a little bit. I see it from coach perspective a little more.
Okay, I like that. You're a little bit more of a. How about your leadership? Will that change your leadership style, you think?
Not necessarily. I think this year was hard though, because it's like when you're not playing, like you're like, can I really say something? Like, what can I really say if I'm not playing? But you know, you figure it out because guys, they know the work that you put in, so it's not that big of a deal.
Well, how about Zubac? I mean, you had Miles Turner for a little while, and then that went how that went, especially with Milwaukee this year. But how about them still like making moves for you, basically for next year? Because you know this year it went how it went. Even at the trade deadline, I feel like the Pacers going to get Zubac was kind of out of left field, but clearly they're like kind of still all the way behind you. Like, how good did that feel amidst one of the worst seasons the Pacers have had, that they're still kind of adding for you?
Yeah, well, I think that's exciting. I think that he brings a different dynamic to our team than we've had in the past. I think you guys are going to like Big Zoo a lot.
I like the name already. Big Zoo is certainly something I like. I
Yeah.
like what the NBA is doing as a whole. I like what the NHL is doing as a whole. I like that the NFL is always cooking as well. I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of the NFL headlines. But
I hope. What would that be?
Well, there's one that I kind of cooked up this morning because of things that I'm seeing. Drake may be the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not talk about Drake May. Okay, just being a guy who took his team to the Super Bowl in his second year.
Hell yeah.
Drake may be the next one. He was at the Truist PGA event this weekend, which is in Quail Hollow, North Carolina. He's obviously a North Carolina boy. This is for Eagle. This is a quarterback that just took his team to the Super Bowl, and that's a big fucking bird.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead and drop that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously he's been working. Also, he is having to answer questions for some other stuff going on around the New England Patriots organization. Patriots quarterback Drake May said he doesn't believe Mike Vrabel's off-field issues will be a distraction for the defending AFC champions this upcoming season. Story VAP also going to say that he loves him and he's a great leader, and this might actually rally the boys. Now, there's a boat involved in the entire story. Okay.
That's new.
It's getting louder and louder by the day. But Drake May, seemingly, face of franchise, quarterback always want the person to do that, handling this well. This is a lot on a young quarterback right now with what's going on. Everything, literally every day, more things coming out. And it feels like not only is he burying Eagles, he's also burying narratives that are potentially happening behind the scenes. And that makes me say that Drake May be the next one when it's all said and done, AJ.
Yeah, don't you think this is all part of being a franchise quarterback? You have to deal with stuff, I guess, that you never would have foreseen having to deal with. So, yeah, at a young age, to be able to kind of figure everything out like this and do everything somehow the right way off the field and say the right things, yeah, that's why you know that this guy is their franchise for the next 12 to 15 years probably.
Just putting fires out. Mm-hmm. He's young. How old is he, 23?
23, yeah.
23 years old.
There's no media training for stuff like this either. There's nothing there's no textbook to go off of.
Like getting asked questions about other stuff other than yourself. Come on, guys.
What kind of
you just want to play ball. You're just trying to play football.
Yeah, and if we're talking about boats, there's some more serious things. There's people stranded out there on a boat right outside of Canary Islands, okay? So we're talking about boats. That should be the main
that's
focus.
not the boat we're talking about. We're talking about a brand new boat trip that we just learned about down there in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay? And on that note, every time we hear about a new boat or a new this or a new that, Drake May, 23-year-old quarterback, has to somehow just go in there and be like, hey, this is all going to be okay. Like, this is all going to be, and that's what a quarterback actually has to do. That's crazy in my eyes, that this is something that he's going to have to, like, literally prove. Because remember, Vrabel was the guy helping him be a leader. Not that he's going to stop doing that, but Vrabel was, like, teaching him, hey, got to go talk to the wide receivers, got to go do this, got to do this. And now he's in a position where anytime he's in front of a microphone, which is going to be a lot, anytime this year, for the foreseeable future, for his entire career, there's always going to be a chance that a question's going to come that has a lot of people's interest, but also families involved and kids and stuff, and he's going to have to give the right answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And He's doing it seemingly very early. And while doing it, burying Eagles. He's so clear-minded.
Got a pretty swing.
This guy might be a real one out here, con man.
Yeah, he's unbelievable at golf. If we just go back through kind of the greats of the game, they all seem to have a buttery swing, which is exactly what Drake May has. I'm assuming, hopefully, once the season gets rolling a little bit, granted, primetime games, there might be some national narratives, but we've seen also what has happened with Vrabel around Gillette, around New England, standing O's, things of that nature. It will definitely continue to be a narrative, but I still am under the belief that Vrabel completely said everything to the team, and that maybe that this is just stuff that is slowly coming up, but the team is well aware. And hearing stuff like that from Drake May, from other players on the team, Christian Gonzalez also was asked about it at a charity softball game, and he basically echoed the same sentiment, like, hey, we're all behind our coach, which we are, and so hopefully we can just get to football once July starts.
Okay, and Tyrese, on that note, you're a franchise player. Everything you say could potentially be used against you in the court of law and also in the locker room, okay? That is very real, especially as one of the most powerful people. Has there been an instance where you had to learn about, like, the power of my words is really real? Or is that something that you're kind of naturally taught in basketball? Because it feels like you guys are all kind of deemed superstars in, like, high school, if that makes sense. Do you have, like, media training coming in high school? Like, hey, everything you say is going to potentially sway how people are talking about our team.
Oh, yeah, I think that's just media training in general. But I think at the same time, everything that we say as athletes can get twisted and construed in a different way for a headline. So understanding that, but I think when you're a franchise guy in any sport, basketball, football, hockey, baseball, that's just what comes with the territory. It's kind of the price you pay to live your dreams a little bit.
Yeah, kind of just part of the job.
Yep.
Like, hey, here is a part of the job. There's some things that I've had to realize that are just a part of this particular job. Like, hey, and I just have to accept that this is what it is. Whenever I fire off a thought about somebody, okay, that person's going to hear it. And there's potentially going to be people that are friends with that person. They're also going to hear it. So now I start mini war with, 30 people. It's like, okay, I have to kind of realize that is what comes with the territory. You, as leader for the Pacers, great job, brother.
Great job.
Oh, yeah, Tyrese.
Unbelievable job.
With some theatrics, too.
Yeah.
Big time.
Is that why you're talking so positive about this debate tomorrow?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Why don't you want to see this? I thought everybody wants to see this debate tomorrow.
Who is everybody?
Everybody
I talk to.
I to be honest, I've not talked to anybody about it. But me personally, excited to watch those two go to work. I like public speakers. So I like watching people do their thing. They're going to play the hits.
What do you think the topic is going to be? What do you think the first topic is going to be?
Definitely Braun first, because the Lakers played. Okay, so we got to talk about it. Hey, where are we 10 years later? Where do we find ourselves? In the entire LeBron conversation. Excited to see where it goes. A couple twists and turns. Shea Cornette's going to be in there guiding the entire ship. And then where do we go next? NFL? Straight to Cowboys?
Nope.
Where?
Maybe to the greatest quarterback of all time that's ever thrown a football.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be number 2 there.
I love that right there.
I love Aaron too. He the GOAT.
He is not the GOAT.
What's going on?
Aaron's the GOAT.
Okay, so
Aaron's the GOAT, and he's maybe back to lead a Super Bowl.
Okay, well.
For who?
I like that. I like that.
Have you heard what he's been like over the last, since the draft?
I have it.
Okay, since the draft, he has sat in that seat right there with that microphone right in front of you and said, Aaron Rodgers needs to get the hell out of Pittsburgh. That is what he has said. Yes.
It's not what I said.
He has said numerous times.
Is he a friend of the show?
Yes. He's a good friend of the show.
Not anymore.
Like you just said, the media taking my words and construing the new media in a way. I just said that, I love that he's sitting back and letting Will Howard get some reps to make him progress as a quarterback, maybe the future of the Steelers. I like that he wants to know if the refs are going to be real refs for the season, because he doesn't want to come back and play with jabroni refs. Maybe I'd like that he was waiting for the next pandemic to come back, okay? And he needed to come back and do that. But no, this guy deserved to take, he's 22 years, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl winner. He deserved to take some time, okay?
Wow. This is unbelievable hearing this come out of your mouth. This is crazy, isn't it, AJ?
It's like it's a completely different person sitting over there now.
Yeah, really change a tune, if you will.
Yeah.
when we go in the
I don't
other
understand
way.
what you guys are doing, trying to do.
Sounds like you're backpedaling right now. Feels like you're playing a little defense here.
You know, that's not me.
And why is that? Well, there's a lot of reports coming out of Pittsburgh. Okay, mixed reports. Doran Dickerson, morning radio show, former Pitt football player, NFL football player, stud, legend, cool guy. Doran Dickerson has stayed around Pittsburgh and does media. He reported this morning that Aaron Rodgers was going to be traveling to Pittsburgh to kind of get it all sorted out. Shout out to Doran doing that. Shout out to 93.7 The Fan. Used to be B94.
Yeah, sick.
B94.
John, Dave, and Bubba Shelley.
Dude, so good. I mean, just playing the hits. Just top 100.
Hell yeah.
Just top 100 all the time. So many good times with B94. Now it's 93.7 The Fan because sports are really the only thing that carry anything anymore. Shout out to Doran doing that. He reported, hey, his source says telling him Aaron was coming in and doing the entire deal. Then there's a counter report coming saying, well, if that's happening, nobody told Steelers from Mark Caboli, who has been reporting for the Steelers for a long time. He is, by title, our Steelers correspondent.
Yes, he is.
By title.
Locked in.
He is we're in constant communication.
We talk to him every morning.
We love Mark. We let Mark do his thing. I'm a pretty hands-off leader. Mark just kind of does his thing. I'm thankful he's still doing his thing. He said, Steelers have no idea what you're talking about. So then there's a little bit of a whoa, Aaron Rodgers stuff happening. Then Ian Rappaport comes out and goes, actually, Aaron Rodgers, who is expected to visit the Steelers Friday and this weekend, will likely play for them in 2026. A deal is not done, and there is always caution until things are signed, but Rodgers' plan is to play for Pittsburgh, and these are the steps towards that end. Okay, so that was after it was like kind of rebutted, I guess, and then he comes out and says that. What it sounds like, especially if Rappaport's reporting this, is that Aaron's going over to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's probably doing what everybody in the Steelers organization seemingly has expected, which is come back and play. And now Tone Diggs, AJ, Yinzer Steeler diehard fan, has to walk back everything he has said since the draft, as he was just echoing the Yinzer statement.
Well said, Patrick.
Okay, is what he was saying. But with that being the case, it's like Yinzers were getting sick and tired of waiting around and being held hostage, I think. That's kind of like, hey, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers here. If this guy doesn't want to play for us, what are we doing? Last year, he's never been in the building, never been with a guy. Cool. This year, he's been in the building. He knows the head coach. He knows a lot of the people in there. He knows exactly what it's going to be like. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can you at least have a little bit of respect for who we are? That is how Yinzer started feeling, okay? I think multiple times have mentioned, this guy's committed his whole life to football. It's probably a pretty big time decision on whether or not he wants to do it. Now it sounds like we're getting closer to a resolution. And I think Yinzers fans, just like Tone, will do exactly what Tone did, which is like, he was the best option all along. We'll get another year. I think that's how it'll go. You think Aaron understands that? And what do you think the validity of all this is, AJ?
Yeah, I do wonder what the validity is, and it sounds like whether Aaron is in town, he's coming in town soon, they act like he's going to sign at some point here in the near future, whatever that means. Like near future, what is that? 3 weeks, 4 weeks? I don't know.
This weekend, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, there's no telling what could happen. I would hate if anyone took all of Tone's takes about this are on camera and recorded somewhere. I would hate if someone cut those together and made a little mashup of Tone flip flopping on this whole situation. That would not do well for Tone, I feel like. But if Aaron comes back and he wins games and they takes him on a deep playoff run, no one cares and no one remembers this.
Bingo. We do have to act accordingly, though. And what Tone was trying to tell you, Tyrese, about your words being taken out of context and misconstrued, what the video that AJ is kind of encouraging somebody to put together to make, it would not be like that at all.
No.
I mean, he was rude to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it was
bar
just,
for bar.
Why did you do that?
If AJ thinks that would be bad for my character, he's got another thing coming. That'd be great for me. Because I went on the same merry-go-round last year. I did the same hokey pokey dance. Okay.
Oh, really? You're doing a polka over there?
When Aaron was taking his time until July last year, I was doing the same thing. If you don't want to play for us, you don't want to play for us. Blah 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 blah. Once you put your name on that line, and you're wearing black and gold, we're family, brother. That's just how it works, okay? Brothers can fight. Brothers can disagree. Once we're on the same team, once we're fighting that same war, okay, we're together.
You, professional athlete, need to understand that this is how most humans probably operate, actually.
We're family, brother.
Yeah. All right, speaking of family, feels like we have a friend of the program, okay, from the Chicago Cubs after yesterday's conversation. We were incredibly lucky that we got a chance to chat with him after he signed his first mega deal with the Chicago Cubs. And we were also lucky that we got a chance to watch him work. We created a new segment about it, actually, called Life's Good. Pete Crow-Armstrong is standing on top of the world. Let's just do a quick rundown of his last couple months, shall we?
Okay.
World Baseball Classic. He becomes hero, and everybody's bummed out that he's not playing in the finals. And if he was playing in the finals, we probably win, is our overall thought about this guy coming out of World Baseball Classic. Well, everybody else loses World Baseball Classes, and everybody's bummed out about it. Pete Crow-Armstrong actually comes out in a lot of our minds going like, hey, who knows what would happen if we would have Pete Crow-Armstrong out there. So kind of an upbeat. Then signs a mega deal. Signs a monster deal. This kid's 23, 24 years old, whatever it is, signs a huge deal. They go on a 10-game win streak at the beginning of the season. Now they're currently on an 8-game win streak because him, last night, bottom of the 9th. Full count.
No way.
Down 2, man on first. Oppo. Pete Crow-Armstrong. Couldn't fathom how that had to feel. Golfing one out in the bottom of the 9th, tied up in Chicago. He mentioned to us yesterday that there was an hour-and-a-half delay and 34,000 people were still in the stand. Look at that crowd on a Wednesday night in the bottom of the 9th in a game in which they are losing. Chicago's going crazy. PCA is deferring to everybody else as being a hero as opposed to himself. Feels like they got something special. It does feel like that lovable reunion.
Yeah, it does.
Actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a person who might be able to give us a little bit more insight in detail on all of it. The senior baseball insider and face for us in our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, from ESPN, Jet Passan.
Yeah, Jet!
Love the shirt. Love the shirt.
John Shambi and Project Main Street going toward Lou Gehrig's Day. It's such a good cause. And this is available, by the way, in every team color. So you can find it online. And I would encourage everyone to get a shirt like this. In the meantime, may I just say, Tone, why are you just so constantly full of shit? Like,
whoa, well, Jet.
Got a point.
Hey, NLALS shirt, incredible.
Yeah.
Now let's pivot to something else. This guy in the cowboy hat never stopped
Jet,
flying.
It's kind of in the water where we're from, and then I'm just naturally a spineless chameleon who will do and say whatever is best for me.
He became a cowboy because he got COVID, which who knows what's next potentially. Right around the corner. He went into a COVID hole isolation. He watched Kevin Costner be a cowboy in Montana. He came out on the other side and showed up at work in a cowboy hat, and we've literally never seen him in anything else since then. So when you talk about kind of going with the wind, Tone is that. But he was a good indicator of how Pittsburgh felt about Aaron, though, I think, because we talked to a lot of people that are kind of sick of the waiting, and allegedly that's going to end this weekend via mixed reports.
It better.
But now he's family. Now he's family, so it's all good.
Yeah, Jet.
Get over here.
What don't you understand?
Just like Rapoli at the Kentucky Derby. Hey, I said a lot of bad things about you, okay? We're family one today. That's what Tone's doing, Aaron. Let's talk a little bit about what the Chicago Cubs have going on. 8-game win streak now. I guess all of their pitchers are hurt. This Pete Crow-Armstrong kid is so cool on our show. He's Sherman Oaks, California, whenever he comes on. Very, very humble, deferred to everybody else as being awesome. But they're also in the middle of a great win streak. And it feels like if the Cubs are good, that's good for baseball as a whole, Jet, or no?
Oh, it's great when the Cubs are good. And it's great, just the atmosphere at Wrigley Field right now. They've won 14 straight games there. And, Wrigley already is a fun place to go watch a baseball game. But getting to watch a team like this, what I love about the Cubs is that they are so good at everything. They are the best defensive team in baseball. And you go not just up the middle with Pete Crow-Armstrong in center field, Nico Horner, maybe the best defensive second baseman in baseball. Dansby Swanson's been incredible at shortstop, and the catchers they've got back there as well. But you go out to the corners. They're fantastic there too. They put the ball in play. They hit for power. Their lineup is good 1 through 9. And whether it's Nico Horner up at the top or a guy like Moises Ballesteros, who's come up and really been huge at DH for them this year. The Cubs are, I'm not going to say they're a great team yet, guys, but they have potential to be great. And if they can, whether at the trade deadline, go out and get an arm or get some of their guys healthy, they have a chance to be a real problem in October and a real thorn in the Dodgers' side.
I love everything about it. I love anytime great environments are happening for sports in the middle of the week. It feels like Wrigley, 14 straight, is going to continue to be that. And we love this Pete Crow-Armstrong guy. And I love anytime the Reds lose. Turns out I've had a great 6th time. They've lost 6 straight. Reds fan AJ has a question for you, Jet.
Yeah, dude, the Reds are on a little bit of a slide, but that doesn't matter. We know it's May 7th. We got plenty of time to make it up. But I wanted to pivot. What's the plan for Shohei going forward? Like, what's the rest of this season look like for him? I know there's all this back and forth. What is he pitching, hitting? What am I doing both? Am I just going to be an individual pitcher? What's going on here? What does the rest of the season look like, you think, for the Dodgers and for Shohei?
I think they want Shohei Ohtani to pitch a full season for the first time in almost half a decade now. And look, the last time Shohei Ohtani was a full-time pitcher and threw 160 plus innings, he had his worst offensive season, in the last 5-6 years. And I'm not saying that pitching as much as he is directly affecting him at the plate. I don't ever doubt anything with Shohei Ohtani anymore. I don't doubt that he can do both at a high level, but we've seen through the years that when he's pitching and when he's focusing as much on it as he is right now, the hitting does tend to suffer a little bit. And that's okay. Shohei Ohtani, it's May 7th, like you said. He's still got an ERA under 1 at this point. He's been absolutely brilliant this year. And the Dodgers have enough thump in their lineup where when Mookie Betts is back and, a couple other guys get hitting, they're going to be just fine. The Braves have a better record than them right now. The Yankees, the Rays, the Cubs, all better record than the Dodgers. The Dodgers are still the overwhelming favorite to win the World Series this year, just because they're not a fully formed team yet. They still don't have Blake Snell back. They're missing Mookie Betts. They're missing Edwin Diaz, like real stars who are going to make them that much better when they get back.
Okay, so they got some thump in their giddy up over there.
Fair.
So Shohei gets a little cold for a little bit while he's pitching. Who cares? Went 2 for 4 last night. And then also, there was this moment, especially with the team that is known for this. Allegedly, now the internet has a conspiracy that this sweeper that just broke Altuve by an Altuve in one swing of a bat. Somebody on the internet, and AI probably helped, did have Altuve swing an Altuve, and I think he's still short. So that's how far he missed the strike zone while swinging. Then there was people starting to cook up a conspiracy that Jose was told a fastball was coming, so he's going to swing it whatever. And then that's why Shohei gunned him down, because he said, "Oh, you think you're smarter than me?" Yeah, right. Is there any truth to all of that? How much is that happening? Because we all remember the garbage can exoskeleton rumor, like all the shit that got crazy with the sign stealing. Yep. How much of that is still happening? And is there a chance that this is what took place in this particular situation?
There is a chance that that's what took place. I don't know that definitively. As for sign stealing, it's extremely prevalent. And, you saw it a couple days ago, right? Runner on second base for the Boston Red Sox. And Framber Valdez is tipping pitches from his glove. Like, when you have a guy on second base, he is trying so hard to look in, and when you're looking at the glove, right? Think about it. I'm going to turn around. Think about it from this perspective. When you're looking at the glove, what you're looking for is his grip on the pitch. And when you see what his grip on the pitch is, that's when you can signal it. It happens any number of ways. A little helmet tap, something on the leg. You can signal it to the player at the plate in any way that you want. You thought that PitchCom was going to get rid of sign stealing. No, it's baseball, Pat. And in Major League Baseball, you are going to do everything you possibly can to get every little marginal advantage you can. And, sometimes it's as simple as tipping a pitch, and you're holding it like this. And that's an interesting point, because, if a player or if a pitcher is holding his glove like this for a fastball and tilts it that little for when he's throwing a breaking ball, teams will pick that out. Teams will find that, and they use markerless motion capture now, right? So you have these cameras that have guys, essentially their limbs on a screen, and the markerless motion capture can look and see what the difference is with the guy's glove position. And that right there is using technology where in the past it just had to be guys with their eyes figuring it out.
You had no idea it was curveball. Nobody knew that was curveball. That was curveball the whole time. From here, had my fingers on it, all the way through the leverage,
Yep.
the momentum spot,
the point,
all the way to
Yeah, Pat, I actually saw it because the tip of the ball was out there, and if you were throwing a fastball, your index finger would have been.
No, I didn't see shit, Jet. You didn't see shit out there, Jet. Baseball's numbers.
You suck and you tip, and I will take you deep, McAfee.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Passing.
You don't know that. You should see me getting to work on this mound right here on this bump. I'm throwing wiffle balls at that strike zone over there every day. I found my slot. I'm a little bit down here.
That's, you know what? That's good. Like that's an impressive. That's a tough way to throw a wiffle ball. You got the slider action going on. You throwing a little splitty?
Yeah, a little bit one of these skis here. Yeah, a little bit of one of those skis. I don't know where it's going yet, but once I figure that out, it will be lethal. And I'm certainly going to work on that. Ratings for baseball up and to the right. Tell me about it, Jet. All the rules changes, obviously huge. And we were just talking to Matthew Tkachuk about the NHL. Obviously, hockey ratings are up as well. I think the Olympics helped hockey. I think the World Baseball Classic helped baseball. I also think sport is good right now. You agree with that? And what is kind of the talk behind the scenes amongst you Big J journalists about the boom that baseball is currently having?
It's great to see because I think people are finally catching on that baseball's fun and baseball's interesting and baseball's regular season, even though it's 6 months long and feels interminable at some point. There's so much parity in the game right now. This is a wild stat, Pat. We are, May 7th, May 8th? We're May 7th right now. There are 10 teams in all of baseball over 500, and 5 of them are from the National League Central. Half the teams over 500 in MLB right now reside in one division, and that one division, which for the longest time was looked at as almost a comedy show. The NL Central is ruling baseball this year. So I think every fan, except for a couple teams, actually feels like their team is in it. The Chicago White Sox right now are within striking distance of first place. And this was a team that was just, 2 years ago, they lost more games than any team in baseball history. And here they are now. And it all informs to me the expiration of the collective bargaining agreement on December 1st, 2026.
Don't do it.
No, I want to bring it up because I think every time I come on here, I want to point out baseball's in a good place right now. And they could screw this thing up badly. And every indicator of the game at this point would seem to suggest that it is going in the right direction and that fans are responding to it and that owners, I understand why owners want a salary cap. I get it completely. But if that's the thing that's going to take baseball off the field and potentially ruin this momentum that the game has right now, the ultimate in cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah, I like that. Just... And then, and then maybe even the back of them too.
Oh, Achilles.
Oh yeah, shoot. Sorry, earmuffs, Tyrese.
That had nothing to do with you.
No, your audience.
My
God.
He said he tried to say earmuffs beforehand, though. We should have tried to get that. We apologize that you had to hear that word around you. And just know that yours is going to be stronger than ever.
Don't be scared of the word, man.
I'm not scared of the word.
Treat a guest like that? That's rude.
That felt like a dig.
No, I genuinely, that had nothing to do with you.
Okay.
It's just if you're shooting the back of your legs, that is where you would, that's where the ball would go.
The back of their legs,
Well, the back of the foot would be what?
The Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot through the heel, you could have said.
Which also would be.
What's that? What's that?
You have to slice it with a machete or something. It's going to be tough to shoot it.
No, we don't have a machete in this game.
Remember, there is a stat. What is it? All serial killers come from Midwest and or Caucasian.
Indiana.
AJ, AJ. You fit the bill, AJ.
Old machetes.
So do you, Jet. Let's not get too crazy here. AJ, though, things like that will certainly sound some alarms, Age. So if you're doing that, I think a machete.
Yeah, check out his pets died.
Disgusting.
That was kind of crazy.
Okay, last question for you, Jet, about the baseball. Go ahead, Tyrese.
No, it wasn't.
All right, let's say there's a hypothetical, Jeff. It's a hypothetical. It's not real. Who knows if it's real?
Friend of yours.
Okay. Yeah, friend of mine. Let's say he's a baseball free agent. Doesn't have any team. He just likes the sport. He's trying to find a team, and he gets invited to throw the first pitch for the Chicago Cubs, as well as the Los Angeles Dodgers. Which one do you think would be the right choice?
Is a friend of yours?
A friend of mine. Yeah.
Does he have ties to?
It's a great question, and it depends on what your priorities are and what your level of being willing to take grief from other fan bases is. If all you care about is winning and you don't care that people look down on you for it, if you want to pull, let's say, the Kevin Durant move, then you go with the Dodgers.
Whoa.
If, however, you want history and you want being a Cubs fan can be hard. They spent a century without a World Series. It's almost like struggle and strife are built in to that organization and to being a fan.
Right.
And here's the thing. The likelihood of the Cubs winning a World Series is a lot lower than the Dodgers, just because the resources that the Dodgers ownership puts in as compared to the Cubs. But both have great stadiums, both have great histories, and it's just a matter. If you're a Dodgers fan, you kind of look like a bandwagon jumper, but that's okay because you're getting rings. If you are a Cubs fan, then you are in it for the struggle and for the time at the ballpark as much as anything.
I appreciate that. I'll pass that along to my friend.
It sounded like there was some bias.
I hope your friend makes a sound decision.
What about the Brewers?
Well, it sounded like you were pretty biased in this entire thing, though, the way you were giving your advice to his friend that this is certainly for at this exact time.
No, there's no bias at all.
Hey, you could be just a punk if that's what you want to do, or you can be a part of a good fan base that's had to go through some stuff.
No, the Dodgers fan base is fantastic. They just get worn out by everyone else in baseball. It's essentially like being a Yankees fan back in the 90s. You know, when you have the most resources, when you have the best player in the world, when you're excellent at everything you do, which that franchise is, you're going to wear it a little bit.
I'll tell you what, Zito, obviously Chicago Cubs fan, also good with the graphics. He said, what do you think, bud? If this is for you and not for a friend, obviously you put your friend in here as opposed to just you. What do you think? You know, which one do you, I mean.
Look happier on the left.
Yeah, but look at the right, though. Kind of super cool.
He knows he's going to win it all on the right.
Yeah, super cool on the right side. You're going to have the, I think you're going to have the hat backwards there because you're going to be doing a lot of jousting with people telling you that you guys are cheating and deferring payments for 14 years from now and able to pay everybody on earth and you just win all the time. On this side, you're like, 8 straight.
Good one, PCA.
Go up to Wrigley. Wrigley, they say, is a great time. There's a bunch of bars right outside of Wrigley.
So cool.
They say it's a blast.
What about the team where, if let's hypothetically say it's that friend lives in Indianapolis and the AAA team is for the Pirates? What about, why not throw a first pitch for the Pirates?
What if he didn't get invited?
Oh, boy.
All right, let's stop.
How did Garong get invited to all of these different first pitches?
It's crazy.
Hey, that was good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Inside Joke. You're the best, ladies and gentlemen. Jet Passan. Is it Garong? Is he going to be out there with you?
Why would the Dodgers
always
invite
is?
I wore the Dodgers jersey.
Okay.
Oh, so the Dodgers like, hey, would you like to come out? And you said, actually, I don't have a baseball team. They're like, oh, do you want to throw a first pitch, actually? They'll probably have a full setup for you, too. Oh, my God. You're going to get so many Dodger dogs in the back that they're going to create a Haliburton, I assume, for you out there in L.A.?
Meet Shohei, have a full conversation in English with just him.
Yeah. That could happen.
Well, so why'd you immediately say in English? Do you speak Japanese as well or no?
I do not.
No, it's just Clayton Kershaw said on the program that he knows English much better than he lets off to be.
And why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Because you would think, like in your head, well, if I go to the Dodgers game and be the first pitch, then maybe I won't actually get to touch the Shohei, so it'll be kind of a letdown. But in reality, just so we all know, he could have a full conversation with him, so he wouldn't be let down.
Okay, well, hopefully I get a chance to have a full conversation with Shohei in Japanese and also in English.
Domo.
That is a goma. Domo arigato. Ohio.
See.
What was that?
What did you say? Got it. Said the only language I know is Spanish besides English, so I said C.
Yeah, but see, that's why we have depth. How many different languages are being spoken? How many different languages will Stephen A. and Skip speak tomorrow?
You know French and Japanese and un poquito español. I'm fluent in Spanish. Azito's fluent in Spanish. He knows Irish.
We got a fashion designer here.
I know Irish. I know Latin. I know also a little bit of Mandarin.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been to China.
Shi ni.
Ni hao.
Yeah. Way.
Your turn.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who knows,
Chad.
all things about all things. Have you done the China tour for basketball? I heard they love the sport over there.
No, I was supposed to, and then I tore my Achilles, so that didn't help.
That keeps getting brought up, huh?
Stop bringing it up.
Next summer, though. Next summer, we're
What
trying
was
to make
it?
happen.
A sword?
Machete.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who knows all those languages and more. He is an Emmy Award winner. He is a guy who showcases sports in such a beautiful fashion, formerly of NFL Network and Fox, now ESPN. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Peter Schrager.
Yay, Schrager!
Oh, I like that. We're representing Siegelman Stable. They got good ponies.
Yeah. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, I like that. I like what we're doing here, repping the Knicks. Hey, every time we talk about celebrities making appearances at Madison Square Garden, we always say Peter Schrager's in the building as well. You know, he's got eyes on. Greeny was courtside.
Greeny was courtside. Schrager doesn't get courtside. No, I'm in a different spot. I'm usually with a pal, and we're sitting in the 200s, and we're just going blue collar, grinding it out. Greeny, though, I'll give Greeny credit, though. And Haliburton, I love that he's here because he broke my heart in a million ways last year in that series. Greeny, there's a little sneaky thing here. At halftime, all the celebrities, they run off to this thing called the Delta Club. And then they come in the third quarter with like 6 minutes left. And it's obnoxious. You see these empty seats. And for all the celebrities, they're out there hobnobbing. Greeny was in his seat for the start of the second half, and I texted him. I said, "You're legit. I'm here. Let's go."
Yeah, I love that. Greeny did that on purpose, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He knew what the optics were. He's probably judged others for it in the past. Delta Club kind of sounds like a bop, though.
Yeah.
We'll say it kind of sounds like it's probably a great time. I couldn't imagine the food or the booze that are potentially available back there. Ty did tell us that he could feel your presence at those games. So even though you're up there in the 200s, Tyrese said he could feel the Schrager energy with the lads. Before we dive into all the NFL news, let's talk about your Knicks. Is this the year, Schrager? Is this the year you guys are going to go on a run? Is this the year that Jalen Brunson maybe finishes it? And we got a pulled hamstring, I do believe.
Yeah.
OG, right?
We actually, in the last 6 minutes, our mutual friend Shams Charania just came out with a vague sort of good news update that after me not breathing for the first 8 hours I've been awake today, we got this one here that it seems to be day to day, which I think is a lot better than out for the playoffs. I think we'll take that. Day to day, I'd like to hear that he's completely fine. I would love to hear your thoughts, but if you've been watching these Knicks the last few weeks, there is no more valuable player than this man right here, and no more beloved New York Knick. He does it all. He is so good on defense. He covers everyone. Paul George has been silenced this series because of how good OG has been on defense, and I just pray that he is healthy enough for this stretch run because he is one of one right now in the NBA.
So from our sport, we could see a hamstring from a mile away. Everybody can. It did appear whenever he was coming around to pull and then even more pull later. Day to day, Tyrese, you were shaking your head. Why you were shaking your head? Just because the hamstring's so volatile?
Oh, hamstring's the worst. And he did that in our series, 2 years ago, too. Hurt his hamstring in that series as well. So that's not day to day with a hamstring strain is a little worrisome because it's a hamstring strain. So I would be worried. I'd be worried. I hope he's okay though.
Well, and then Joel Embiid, he goes out because of hip and ankle, I do believe. Is that what it was?
Yeah, and also OG from that series as well. It was day to day, and remember he basically taped one on. He had a makeshift hamstring, and he kept playing.
Yeah, and I think you had some injuries throughout the playoffs last year and the year. Is it because you guys are just running so much? It's inevitable that somebody's going to get hurt in your guys' playoff series?
Yeah, I mean it's soft tissue, so I mean the argument that people would make would be that we play too many games or whatever. But
soft. This is that young.
I wouldn't make that argument. I would not make that argument. I like the games we play. I'm a fan. I'm not
2 days rest. 2 days rest seems so quick, the quick turnaround here that these guys have to play. And
82.
I tell you, I have so much respect for that guy in the studio right now because I know he played through pain.
Appreciate it,
both those series, but it's we, all NBA season, it's load management. We rest, we wait, and then in the NBA playoffs, it's every night they have a game. So you got to figure it out, man.
All right,
I appreciate Shreg's fandom. I like that.
He flew out here last year. He was willing to sit up in the last row.
He said PG was silenced last night. I thought PG played pretty well last night.
Well,
but I like the energy, though. I like that. Keep it up, Shregs.
I do like
that.
Paul George back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think he meant just
big shot. He airballed the big shot. Then he's looking at his teammate what happened? No, that was you. You missed that shot.
That's a real Knicks fan right there.
Things will happen. Yeah, buddy. Let's go ahead and put that blame on yourself. A little accountability. Love Paul George. Love Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid, whenever he's playing great, it's good to see. The Sixers trust in the process for this long. long and finally getting a little shine. Great until the Knicks just kind of go ahead and destroy him in front of Schrager. Let's go to some NFL news here quickly. Aaron Rodgers, mixed reports. He's going to Pittsburgh. What do you know? Have you known? And how do you feel about it all? This is the big story of the day. Don't feel obligated to give a full diatribe if you've already unloaded on this 10 times because it seemingly is an everyday situation. But now we get some news. He's going this weekend, allegedly.
Allegedly, and 93.7, the local radio station, was the first to report that he was in town. It seems like Rappaport's confirming it. I'll tell you this, speaking of Steelers sources, they're there for rookie minicamp today through the end of the weekend, and there's no sign of Aaron Rodgers yet. So I think we've learned that we don't start pegging Aaron Rodgers as going to do this, going to do that, until Aaron Rodgers does this or does that. I have not been on the ground in Pittsburgh. I have not seen him flying in, but the local radio station in Rappaport has since confirmed it. And it's like the Loch Ness Monster to me, though. I've learned too many times. Until I see that guy in uniform or on site, I'm not putting anything in ink yet.
I love it because remember last year there was a disguise in a Toyota Camry or something.
Yeah, the poopy rental car.
I mean, this is sweet. He is a one-of-one type human. He is a one-of-one type quarterback. And what a situation it is over there in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you heard, Shregs. Tone Diggs has been burying Aaron Rodgers since the draft because he talked to a bunch of people that have kind of given him the green light to do as such as the injuries feel. And then this morning he hears Doran Dickerson on B94 The Fan, and he goes, I love Aaron. I'm so happy. I mean, completely flip-flop. Let's move to some other news around the NFL that's happening. The Eagles promote Adam Berry, brother of Andrew Berry, to assistant GM. Philadelphia Eagles always surrounded with some drama. The Cleveland Browns also, is that what they said? Hey, you're the twin brother of the guy who had to deal with everything happening in Cleveland. You should be pretty good over here in Philly. How have we not known that Andrew Berry has a twin brother that looks exactly like him in all this? And why do you think Philadelphia did this?
Well, Adam was actually, he's been there for a bit here, and he actually used to work at Goldman Sachs at a very high level, and they brought him over after Andrew was already established in the NFL. It's very funny, though, because I've gotten to know Adam a little bit. I know Andrew, and you'll be at the Combine, and they won't be wearing team-issued gear, and the amount of times Adam Berry has to talk to a reporter or talk to someone who comes up to him and just assumes it's Andrew Berry because he has no idea that Andrew Berry has a twin brother is innumerable. Now I think he's getting a little more spotlight. Very well respected within that building. In the last 2 years, they've lost two important voices. Jake Rosenberg, who was there, and then Alec Halabi, who left this year. Two guys who were like Howie Roseman's right-hand man. These guys are gone. Adam Berry gets promoted. Of course, you saw Joe Douglas is going to have a bigger title there. He's a former GM of the Jets and, of course, a longtime lieutenant in Chicago and in Baltimore and in Philly. And then I saw another one. Mike McCagnon is apparently joining that Eagles front office. He used to be GM of the Jets as well. So Howie is always looking for different voices and different guys, but Adam Berry has been a mainstay, and now he gets that assistant GM job, and his brother is the GM of the Cleveland Browns.
And Big Dom gets a new deal, too, for all his jobs.
That's right.
Super security, super coaching stuff, assistant GM stuff. Big Dom got an extension as well. Good to see that he's still going to be around. Let's talk about some other NFL news taking place. A little bit more spicy, we'll say. Go ahead, con man.
Speaking of Andrew Berry, Schrags, it was reported that allegedly the Browns are doing their homework on Sorsby, the situation that's kind of unfolding down in Texas with the gambling. A lot of stuff still needs to get worked out, but him being kind of the first big name in the possible supplemental draft in a few years now, what are you kind of hearing on this situation? Do you expect him to be in the NFL next year if everything gets worked out legally and he doesn't have any more kind of right to play in college anymore? Do you think he could be one of those players that a team will give up a high pick for?
And quick follow-up on some precedent in this entire process.
Yeah, I was reminded today that when this happened, when Terrell Pryor was suspended by the NCAA and he decided to go supplemental draft, it was a 5 or 6 game suspension with the NCAA. And the NFL was like, you're not going to be a safe harbor. We're not going to be a safe harbor for players where you can just jump and we're not going to fine you or whatever, suspend you. So then the NFL upheld the suspension for Terrell Pryor and also Jim Tressel, who was with the Colts at the time. So there's a situation here where the NFL could also suspend Sorsby.
Go ahead, Shrek. Yeah. Sorry, we just want to make sure we had all the intel out there.
It's good, and I remember the Terrell Pryor deal. Remember, that was for getting tattoos at a shop, and he had to pay such a price for that. If you look back in hindsight now, how ridiculous that was for Terrell Pryor. You look at this one. This is an interesting deal because there will be interest in him in the supplemental draft. We don't see the supplemental draft utilized too often, especially for a quarterback. There will be interest. As far as the Browns go, I would take the meme of the dog with the laser, just like looking at that's Browns fans. Anytime a quarterback that can even throw a ball, that's how they act as far as that is. I'm told Browns right now, Sorsby's name has not been in the conversation. Rather, they're focused on what they have in-house at the moment, and that is a Deshaun Watson revival. That is a Shedeur Sanders. Can you do it again? Can you get back on the field, and can you win this job? And they are so ecstatic about their draft that they had this last couple of weeks that the Browns, I don't know if Sorsby being dropped into it is an actual legitimate thing right now. We'll see. To Tone Diggs' point, the NFL is going to have a say in this as well. But a fascinating, unprecedented topic now in the NIL era, especially in this whole gambling, pro-gambling world that we live in.
Tyrese, don't be gambling on shit.
No, don't.
I've never gambled on a sport
Smart.
in my life.
I like that.
Beast.
Hey.
A little bit of blackjack, though. Hey, a little bit of blackjack, though.
Sure.
Certainly got to play.
Yeah.
Certainly have to play. Yeah. Especially if somebody else is putting up all the money for it.
Yeah.
That was a really cool time.
For sure.
Very nice of that person.
Yes, it was.
A lot of money. Jelly Roll gave us a shit ton of money to gamble.
Who, Jelly Roll?
Just so much money. I sat down. I've never been a part of this. This is after he tried to break my neck. He was trying to apologize to me.
Sure.
He was trying to apologize to me. I think he was trying to be kind. Hey, why don't you come over? I sit down. There's just so much chips, so many chips in front of me. So many chips in front of me. What is this, like show chips? No, those are your chips. Oh, there's a lot of pressure here. Got back to even with him, shoved those over it before we went and saw Tony fucking Yayo and 50 Cent. I mean, that was a great Vegas night. I mean, we did it.
Yeah, we had a time.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Too bad you were on the wrong side of the fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah, you were. Cody Crybaby.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you, Connor.
He won.
And your dad was mad about it, and you were happy. And that's what I don't like about it all. You know what I mean? Because I was on your side. I was fighting for you against people that are megastars. People that have generated $6 billion at the box office. People that are notorious for being sports fans while also being super geniuses. Not just in comedy. How about we drop Severance on your ass? Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a man who I fought for you with, Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben!
How you doing, Ben?
How are you guys? Good. Nice to be here.
Dude, it's an honor to have you. Obviously, I'm 39 years old, so you understand with your demographic now out in the world, you supplied our lives with a lot of incredible shit. Yeah. So we appreciate you so much. Now, on that note, I also respect the fact that you are a sports fan. You are a diehard Knicks fan. They're in, they're out. When the Met Gala happens, we got to talk about it, Ben. Okay, we have to. We didn't want to do it. We didn't have to do it. How was that decision for you? And honestly, what are you doing throughout the entirety? Are you watching game on phone? Like, how do you kind of balance all of that?
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one for me. And, you know, it's been a really interesting experience because I didn't even think anybody really would care that much about whether or not I was there or not, you know, in terms of like the reaction to it.
Yeah, Ben, you're Ben Stiller.
Come on, Ben.
Ben, you're at every game, Ben.
I know,
you're synonymous with the team.
But can I tell you what happened? Yeah. But it triggered something it's been an interesting learning experience for me as a fan because I've had to process this, like the reaction and how people sort of react, you know, knowing what the circumstances are in the context of it all. Which, you know what I mean? And so, like, I can't explain the context to everybody in the world. So for me as a fan, I wanted to be at that Knicks game more than anything.
Have to be.
I had and I basically in my life, the last, season or so, I've tried to work my professional work life around the Knicks and all the way through to making sure that as this playoff run happens and this final run could possibly happen, that I'm making sure that I am going to be there. But this Met Gala thing was something a friend of mine invited us 3 months ago. And as the dates were coming up, of course, you don't know what the playoff dates are going to be as they come up. And about a week before I started to see this, because I thought I'd thought of every other permutation in terms of clearing my schedule for playoff games. And this was there. And honestly, it's a very good friend who got the table, who I felt I would be, as a friend, it would be lame to cancel on our friend who we don't see for this thing. Now,
tough position,
cares,
Ben. Tough position, Ben. That's a tough spot for you.
By the way, the world doesn't care, and I get it. So all I tried to do was I say, okay, we're going to wear our Knicks colors. I'm going to have my phone. I'm going to be, Anna Wintour doesn't like when people are watching their phones at the Met Gala, she wants everybody's attention to be there, which I understand. I was watching the game, checking on it, but it was really, really tough. And I said to Christine the night before, I said, I think I'm going to get some shit for this. And and I don't know what to do about it. And she said, look, we have to do it. It's our friend. We're going to we made this commitment. There's nothing to do. We can't cancel. Thought about canceling, and I said, I can't do it.
Now, Ben, I would like to let you know you're a good friend, great friend. You getting shit is a compliment because we think you're like a part of the sports. Like you know what I mean? Like that's a compliment more than anything.
Again, I didn't think it would be such a hubbub, but I also understand that people need stuff to talk about, right? The morning radio shows and all
Sure.
that. It's like
Tomorrow.
a thing, right?
All
fun,
of us.
right?
Yeah, everybody needs that. You're Ben Stiller. That's why it's such a big deal. And also, you are synonymous with this team. Like you coming out to Indiana, you flying to Indiana for these games. Come on. So much respect for it. It's like you have been synonymous with this Knicks team. You, Timmy, everybody. Literally, Tracy.
Timmy didn't help going to the game one.
Yeah, Timmy.
Well, that was the thing. The fact that he decided to not go. And by the way, I don't get invited to the Met Gala. Timothy gets invited to the Met Gala every year. The last time I was invited was 10 years ago by the same friend who bought the table. And we went with him 10 years ago. And then I went once before, like 20 years ago. I'm not that guy. So the irony was I said to Christine, I hope Timothy's also going to the Met Gala. And of course he wasn't. So, and then I was like, all right.
Well, Ben, we wanted to.
And then the thing that it yeah.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say the thing that it triggered then became this competition thing of like who is the more diehard Knicks fan, right? And that for me that was interesting because I realized that I had to be okay with the fact that you're not a fan to be in competition with other fans or to prove to people you're a fan. You're a fan because you love the team. So I had to live with the fact that I know. I think I even tweeted like I know who I am. Or whatever. Like, I know my fandom.
Hey, we have respect for that. We know that too. You need to know that.
My ego, like I'm the best Knicks fan. It's like it's not a competition. We all love the Knicks. People love the Knicks. So I had to let my ego get out of the way for that.
Well, okay. Well, I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you having to have that conversation. I also appreciate the fact that like this is sports, man. You're like so in sports. Like you are a sports person, and so we like that. So the fact that people shit talking you becoming synonymous with a team. Whenever there's a celebration happening, guess whose ass is going to be in the parade?
Oh yeah,
your ass won it as well. I think it's a great thing. And it's because we all have so much respect for everything you've accomplished. It's fucking everywhere. Can we dive into that? We're still live on YouTube. We're no longer. You go comedy. Okay. Sports always your whole life, and comedy kind of helped that. And then you go super serious with Severance. This is like a whole different vein, and then your marketing is like super shit deep. Yeah. Like super, super, super. Always been sports person, pick up sports later in life. How does it tie into how you've kind of shaped your professional career, you think?
I'll give you my honest history with sports. I grew up in New York City. I was born in '65, right? So, in '75, I was one of those guys running on the field, Yankee Stadium. I take the D train with my friends. I was there when Reggie hit the 3 home runs. I had a piece of right field in my bedroom that I ripped out, from I think the '78 series, the championship series. So, Yankees were my thing when I was a kid. Then and the Knicks. I was a big, as a teenager, big Bernard King fan. There was a guy named Mike Glenn on the Knicks. I don't know if you know Stinger Mike Glenn, an incredible three-point shooter, played for the Hawks. Who was my favorite player back in the day. Then I moved to LA from, I'd say like 92 to like 2010, and my fandom was there, but not as intense. And I never became a Lakers fan or an LA fan. Always a Knicks fan, but just from afar during the 94-99 run. Then I moved back to New York in 2010, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I'm back in New York. I can take my son to Knicks games like my dad, because my dad took me to Knicks games in 73, 74. I mean, I literally saw those teams.
A lot of stories about that. Like Michael Cole, our friend from over there, who's WWE, he talks about his dad had him in the arena watching the Knicks. And it feels like with so many people, the Knicks are who everybody likes. I know the Nets kind of did their thing for a little bit there, but the Knicks seemingly, and the Yankees, even though the Mets are spending a lot of money, but the Knicks are like the entire city's kind of team. You getting a chance to showcase that, I think, is good. Can you tell me about your brain, though? That other part of the question? I guess sports doesn't really help it out much. Can you tell me about your fucking brain? Do you have thoughts going all the time? Is it tough to sleep? Like, how do you get into these such radically different spaces? Legit. You smoking weed? You doing ayahuasca? You do what is your shit? You on DMT?
All of the above.
Yeah,
No,
hey, man.
You know, sports is a great outlet, right? And what I don't like, which I'm sure you feel as a fan too, is when you care about a team that much, when they get to the point where they're not going to get to the next step, when they lose finally, it's really painful and not fun. And that thing of like, it's fun, but then it always has to end. So for me, it's a great outlet and a diversion. It's become much more since the Knicks have become, better in the last 4 or 5 years, to watch that and then to have that history of all the years of them not being good. Because, I'll watch every game, every season I watch every game because, I'm into it. But when you start to see them actually doing well, it becomes so much more exciting because you have, 50 years of history there.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you tell me about your brain?
Let's
go. Let's talk about the brain. Let's talk about getting.
My brain is. I do go. Yeah, Pat. I do go. For me, I love to be working on whatever project I'm working on, or we have a few different projects. So creatively, I'm always I enjoy that. That's my relaxation is. Doing something that I feel is creative for me.
Okay, on that note, Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Ben, Severance. I mean, Pat mentioned it. I think it's like the greatest show on TV right now, and it feels like if you land the plane here, it could be just one of the greatest shows of all time with Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, those types of shows. Where did it come from? Where was that idea originated? When you first thought of it, was it something where you kind of had like a 5-season arc? Was it something where you knew, hey, it's starting here, it'll be in the middle here and end here?
No, I mean, this was a script that came into us by a writer named Dan Erickson, who had sent it as a spec script. A spec script is a script that a writer will send as a sample so you can have a meeting to maybe do something else. And I read the spec script and I was like, this is amazing. And we had the meeting and I said, is anybody making this? So this was like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. And he had never had anything produced. And so we connected and we started working together on building it, and it's been an amazing experience. It became my full-time job for like the last 5 years or so doing it, and I was never been happier working on something. So I can't take credit for it, but the building out of the world and the collaboration of all the different departments and our cinematographer, production designer, costume designer, everybody kind of came together on it, and and we're lucky enough to have the freedom to make it too.
Yeah, home run. That's because you're Ben fucking Stiller. Go ahead, AJ. You can make whatever you want, Ben. By the way.
Yeah, you can. Everything you make is gold. But can we get back to the Met Gala? We see you guys walking up the stairs. We see the costumes, the outfits everybody's wearing. What the hell actually goes on once you're inside?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Basically you go in and once they take your phone and they cover up your phone so you can't take any pictures. Bag? Yeah, and then or like a little sticker, and then you kind of do this tour it's for the Costume Institute. They raise money to support the Costume Institute. So it's designers who have done these different exhibits and designs, fashion designs related to the art at the Met. So, and it's pretty amazing. And you sort of mingle around, and then it's weird because you see people that you would never see in real life, like Mark Zuckerberg or people, and you're like, okay, and you just kind of have, and then all of a sudden there's like a faceless nun with a metal plate on her face, and it turns out, and 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, that was Katy Perry. I just didn't know because she didn't, it's so weird. Yeah. It's just weird, and you just like try to find somebody and and then get through it, and then so basically there's like mingling, and then mingling in another room. And then you go and have dinner in the Temple of Dendur room, where that temple is, and that like the Egyptian temple where they built out of it's like this giant wing of the museum that's been there for like 30 years. And then after dinner, there's a show.
A show, like a fashion show, and are you walking your ass up there like the
No, musical performance. And Sabrina Carpenter played, and then Stevie Nicks got up, I guess, and played also. But honestly, we left a little bit early before that.
Yeah, but you would say had a great time mingling, looking, seeing, enjoying. You had a blast. Left early to finish the Knicks game.
Honestly, the best time was being with our friend Johnny, who invited us, and seeing because I don't see him that often. That was the reason we went. That was like to be there and connect with him.
Hey, can the Knicks win it this year or no? You said you watch every single game. Is it different than last year? Whenever you ran into the big bad wolf, the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Haliburton's now sitting on this show. He's not in the playoffs, which I.
Hi, Tyrese. How are you?
What's up, Ben? How you doing?
I mean, I was there, as you know, last year when Tyrese hit the shot.
Yeah.
That changed everything, and I had the bad luck of being, sitting under the celebration, under this, and then making eye contact with Miles Turner, it was so weird. It was just so scary and weird. I was like, this is the one time I don't want these seats, because it was just it was your glory moment there. So yeah, the Knicks, I think this year, up until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago or so, I was questioning it a little, because I don't think we've ever really found the rhythm. Last year, there was a team cohesion, but then there was also the fact that the rotation was so tight. I think, that finally something clicked at Game 3 of the Atlanta series, after Game 3 of the Atlanta series, where I think the team started playing for each other, and obviously McHale, started producing, and, OG has been incredible. So everybody is stepping up. I feel like there's a good vibe. OKC is really, really tough. Knock on wood, if we can, OG now, he's a huge part of our, our success.
Day to day, Sean's just saying it's day to day, Ben. Day to day with that hamstring. I think that's good news as opposed to
we did there. Like Tyrese was saying a couple years ago. I mean, I remember, when Julius Randle was on the team and OG went out, and there was this incredible run, and then he went out, and it changed everything too. So we really need him. But I also feel like the role players have had more time to play, as they didn't have last year, in terms of, the rotation. So, if Deuce can step up, if Landry Shaman, who's great, can step up, Mo Diawara, we have some good pieces, so we'll see.
All right, well, good luck to you. Can't wait to see you at the games.
Yeah, get the job done.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Are you ever going to be coming to MSG, Pat?
So you did hear, right? Last year I tried to come and I was told no. That's awesome. I thought that was incredible, by the way. I thought that was
Who told you no?
I think.
Oh, yeah, you know who? Mr. Dolan?
Yeah, I think there was no, and I love that, by the way. I was a massive fan of that move, just like I like us talking shit to you immediately upon you miss the game, because that's sports, but I didn't think about you actually having to kind of internalize all that. Fuck, I got Johnny wait. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for letting me air that out. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. That's a tough spot for you, but we were definitely going to talk shit to you about it, because you're in the sports world. That's how we view it. You should know that. And you are very welcomed, and we're very much appreciative of you. And good luck on whatever other shit you create for us to enjoy.
Tropic Thunder 2.
Thank you, guys.
Ooh, Tropic Thunder 2.
Will there ever be?
We'll see. I want to leave that one alone, because I think it's kind of lives in its own world.
Okay.
Oh, have you thought about some of the olds, bringing back maybe another?
Well, we just did another Meet the Parents called Fokker-in-Law that's coming out Thanksgiving.
Game Fokker. Can't wait for that. I like that. Have you found something maybe with this, though, that you enjoyed? Maybe go back in time a little bit? Maybe we go back to fucking Fat Camp?
You know what? I love that. Heavyweights, one of my favorite experiences ever. I would love, yes, I'd be open to that. Look, I think getting people back in the theaters for comedies would be a great thing. Original, or whatever sequels, but let's get people back laughing together in the theaters, because that was so much fun back in the day, and hopefully we can see that happen again.
Good community experience. It feels like people are buying stuff to go do stuff. Hopefully we can continue that. We just need you to keep making it. You know, you got to go to Severance, do this. Hey, let me fuck up your brains.
Yeah, land that plane, Ben.
Let me go ahead and fuck up your brains here with Severance.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. Could be the greatest show ever if you don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, no problem.
I got faith.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ben Stiller. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Bam. Back to me. I'm just enjoying it.
Holy shit! Did not expect that. We apologize, Schrags. There.
Are you kidding? I mean, gosh, heavyweights 2. Give me something about Mary 2. Give me
dodgeball 2.
Definitely.
Give me dodgeball 2. I'll take Reality Bites 2. I don't care. Just give me more of those. Those are great. They're fun.
Something about. I mean, there's just so many.
How many great moments did we have in movie theaters with Ben Stiller's films?
So we talked about this yesterday. Ben Stiller and Sandman. Adam Sandler.
And Ferrell. Will Ferrell's up there.
Yeah, rest in peace, obviously. But we're talking about Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler have both made so many things. Sorry, not Will Ferrell. Sorry. Sorry.
What was that?
Not Will Ferrell.
Was there news since OG's hamstring?
Chris Farley, rest in peace.
I know Will hasn't put out that many bangers lately.
No,
I thought
Will
Holmes
Ferrell,
and
hero,
Watson.
legend, icon. You're right. Will Ferrell,
Holmes
definitely.
and
I
Watson
apologize.
was so
I forgot about him. Oh, my God. I'm happy that's 100% on me, Will. Thank you for bringing me life for a long time. Yeah, I love everything you're about. But you're right. Like, those three from that generation have created so many things. Like, so many things. Sandler has
What did you laugh harder in the theater at? Something About Mary or the original Borat film?
Oh.
I think
or Jackass. When I saw Jackass in the theater, it was revolutionary.
We were young for Something About Mary. Not
Jackie,
young, but like.
I will say semi-pro.
Oh.
Yep.
I went to the theater 3 times. Okay.
What a film. What a film.
Yeah.
Me and you went to see Wedding Crashers at the theaters many times, multiple times as well.
Yes, because it was a heater, an absolute heater. I think that was a good one.
Super Bad in the theater?
Super Bad is.
Tropic Thunder
Oh
was my favorite comedy. Is my favorite comedy of all time.
I mean, Adam Sandler.
And there will be never.
I know.
Adam Sandler just has so many bangers.
And he has some that are underrated. Like, That's My Boy, I think, is one of the funniest movies.
Great one.
But he had such a big streaming deal. I think a lot of people know him for streaming as opposed to like going to movie theater, which I do.
Oh, I saw in year to year, I went Billy Madison to Happy Gilmore to then like he got like soft with the Wedding Singer. And then Big Daddy was great. And then Mr. Deeds was just crazy and off the wall. Like, what was the one with the devil? Little Nicky?
Little Nicky.
Oh, yeah, the video game maker. So you're saying Sandler and Stiller, they're both what? New York Knicks fans? Is that right? Are they both New Yorkers?
Sandler's a New York guy. I assume he's in it.
I think Sandler just likes the sport.
Great hooper.
Yeah, Sandler. I think.
Have you ever been diced up by him before?
I've watched him play at our practice facility.
You and him kind of similar playing style.
Yeah.
Me and the Sandman?
And fashion, too. I think kind of similar people.
He's got
I
much
appreciate
better
that.
fashion than Tyrese.
Yeah.
I like the Sandman. Big Sandman fan.
We love the Sandman.
Probably the coolest celebrity I've ever met in my life.
Sandman?
Yeah, for sure.
Clean dap, handshake. What'd we do?
Yeah, clean dap, great conversation. Did a great job of introducing himself to Jade. It was pretty cool.
His comedy show was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, we went to watch.
Did you see it live?
On like a Tuesday. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday here in Indianapolis, down in the arena.
I was there.
Sold out the fucking arena, and it was just him, just an absurd Adam Sandler show for 90 minutes. I don't even know how to describe it. We're singing songs at one point. We're fucking telling jokes at one point. We're putting glasses on at one point. It's just him.
Did you meet him?
No, I got a text
One
from
of my all-time favorites. I grew up with the records, the music albums.
Oh, they were so
somebody. They're all gonna laugh at you. Like these are like
Nights.
Cold Booth Willie,
The
medium
donkey.
pace. Hello, like these are hilarious moments of my life.
So have you seen the live show?
I didn't see it. I saw it on Netflix. I thought it was amazing.
He writes new songs for these shows, and it's just outrageous because he's like actually down.
What was the donkey song? That was the best.
Clickety clank. Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Yeah, what a stud. Okay, let's talk NFL stuff, shall we? Because we have an NBA guy here, so let's tell him about,
Sure.
By the way,
What? What are you about to do?
we were talking toughness with other leagues, and your league never got brought up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Stop it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
When you were talking about watching the games last year, I did want to throw that in. Like, you also, with the SGA flopping stuff, like, you forget how physical the game is itself because of the flailing. You don't realize, like, it is actually so physical.
And how hard they're trying.
Yes.
The narrative is like, can't try, too many points, not trying. It's like everybody is dying out there. You're right. I need to talk about that more. Because what you guys have to go through with the amount of running, amount of reps, amount of games, amount of travel, lack of sleep, I think there is a toughness to that. We need to represent that a little bit more.
And the skill of the game,
there you go. You're part of the new media. Do a better job.
Well, Stephen A. and Skip are going to take it back.
Oh, my God. Nobody.
10 a.m. Eastern.
Not true.
ESPN.
You guys excited?
Right here.
Tony,
Yeah.
excited?
Can't say nobody because I'm right here.
Hey, sue me. I'm pumped to watch a master debate tomorrow. I cannot wait.
There'll be one topic the whole show.
Yeah, who
about
to go?
one person.
10 years of shit he's got to say.
10 years about one person.
Two people. Maybe.
Shrags, I know you're excited. You love television. Shrags loves television. Shrags loves the intricacies of television. Shrags knows more about the intricacies of television than anybody I've talked about. Shrags cares about the little things on television more than anybody I've ever had a chance to talk to. You got to be super pumped up about tomorrow, because what tomorrow is a representative of what the era that had been for a long time of sports media has been. Don't you think? Is that kind of the bigger picture for tomorrow?
Kind of a full circle moment, right? Like
Yeah.
it started with those guys, and now every single person's got a podcast. Every single person has a screaming talking head show, and now it's like we finished the full circle, and they're back. And I'll tune in. I'll check it out on Friday.
Oh, I like that. I think that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It's almost here. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, ESPN. Just he and I. Well, also Shea Cornette.
Yeah.
Showtime. Showdown. Pray for him.
They keep score?
Pray for him.
Pray for him.
What's that, Shregs?
Pray for him.
Shregs. Okay, let's talk NFL with Shregs, shall we? Because he doesn't know what Skip's capable of.
Yeah, why
he
is he
doesn't.
laughing? What happens if he does actually just pull out a freaking gun?
I think there's security cameras. I think they got that on that. No,
right.
That's not what the prayers are. That's not what he's saying.
Who to go and answer right?
All right, let's talk a little bit about
what happens if Johnny invites him to the Met Gala tonight.
Oh, there's a chance. Listen, Skip might have to take a trip. I appreciate Ben Stiller being like.
It's nice of Johnny Depp to invite him.
Is that who that was?
That's the only Johnny that I can think of.
There's no
Johnny who?
Johnny Depp ain't going to that.
No.
We know what Johnny's doing.
How about
and
Ben
he ain't
Stiller
doing it.
following up with, I was not invited to the Met Gala. I was invited by somebody who was invited, not me.
Timmy
I'm not that guy. Timmy goes every year.
Timmy actually gets invited by these people, not me.
I didn't think anybody would know that. I mean, who cares that it's like, Ben, you're Ben Stiller?
You're in it.
Sounds like he is all the way back in it. All right, let's do some NFL talk, shall we, Shregs? And I don't want to break any news. We're not going to break any news. We don't know what news is news.
What do you got?
Especially right now.
What do you got?
Going to see a lot of Shregs. Shregs, we love you, Shregs.
Love you, Shreg.
Love you, Shregs.
Yeah, Shreg.
Okay, let's move. Let's talk. Stephen Jones on Micah trade a year later. The decision we made was one that one player is not worth 4 or 5 good players. When you look at what the Dallas Cowboys have cooked and what the Green Bay Packers have cooked, should we look back in a positive light for this trade for both parties, or how do you kind of view this entire thing, Shregs?
With any trade, it's going to be, let's see how it all works out. But they had a strategy in this to, hey, we're going to pick up defensive players in this draft. They took defensive players in 4 of the first 5 picks. And over the course of the last 12 months, they added Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and Rashawn Gary. Their defense is significantly better than it was when they took the field week 1 without Micah Parsons. The one thing I took away from that great doc that you guys talked about on Monday, The Pick Is In, was the Stephen Jones, Will McClay, Jerry Jones, Brian Schottenheimer of it all. Like, they all seem like they're on the same page. And then you add in this new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, who, by the way, is 34, comes from the Eagles and was a defensive backs guru, and is kind of the voice like, hey, let's get Caleb Downs. Let's get Malachi Lawrence. Like, I know it sounds hyperbolic and it's easy to move the needle in May to say the Cowboys got significantly better and could be contenders, but I can't see that roster today versus what we saw opening week last year with that defense and not think this team has gotten so much better on that side of the ball. And if Downs and Quinnen and Rashawn Gary all play what we think they can do, you can start to justify that Micah trade knowing that they've spent the money on so many different places opposed to just one player.
Shregs, I want to ask you about Christian Parker, who you brought up there, the new DC. I saw you call him the most interesting man in the NFL, and then I swear to God, I have heard his name on like 6 to 7 other shows. People talking about like him being a genius, like he sees the game like the way that all of the great coaches have seen the game. Like, is that where is that coming from? Is that just people talking about how good he was in Philly and stuff like that? But people are talking about Christian Parker like he's the next great coach.
I've gotten to know Christian a little bit, not well enough. He's 34. He was with the Broncos, and then, of course, he's with the Eagles, and he was their defensive backs coach the last few years, and is one of the guys responsible, obviously, for what we see out of Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, but he's a firebrand. He is up. It's energy. It is wake up out of bed, 11 out of 10, let's go, and the players seem to really respond to him in a real way. But what I heard was in this draft process, he was very vocal as to what they wanted, and Caleb Downs was the number one guy that they wanted for his above the neck, for the high IQ. So he's a guy who was a player at, I believe, Richmond. He was a Richmond Spider, and he's earned his way. And at 34, I think there's no more interesting new hire as far as coordinators go than the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys, whose team was awesome on offense and awful on defense a year ago.
Yeah, and Shoddy seemingly is very comfortable with the head coaching role. You know, maybe this guy's the next head coach, but as a 34-year-old getting an opportunity to lead the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of opportunity. And the pick is in. Did you know they were shooting that when they were shooting that? They got a lot of access.
There was a camera around, and I know they got a lot of Schefter. There was not a lot of Schrager, and I loved watching it. I thought it was fantastic. They weren't in the Bunker Boys Tavern for much of that draft. They didn't make it there, no.
The Bunker Boy Tavern. Did we know he was mic'd up, though? I
had no idea.
We had no idea that he was mic'd up, and we like to let Schefter know. Shefty, you've been around the league long enough.
Come on.
Okay? When you're wired, you need to be letting people know. Now, I would like to see him backstage running into that puddle and wall whenever he had to tweet out that George Pickens was potentially signing his franchise
I don't
tag.
know if that's how it was phrased, but that's what he told us after.
Yeah, he was signing it. It was great. That Pickens in show was fantastic. I think this is the new Hard Knocks for NFL Films because we very rarely get to see any of this and would never get to see any of this. I think this is a good one, Shregs. Back to your point.
I kind of liked it more than Hard Knocks.
Definitely.
And I like the immediacy of it, that it came out just a week after the draft so we could watch it. One thing obviously Adam here with, I got to trade and my Wi-Fi sucks and the whole thing. That was fun.
No, it's always
but
Wi-Fi.
One thing I loved was seeing the Cleveland war room and how they had 3 different offensive guys that they liked. Jordan Tyson, CeCe Mauanoa, Spencer Fano. They're sitting at 6. They know the Giants want to go offensive tackle, so they can't trade behind them. So Andrew Berry really craftily moving just to 9 with the Chiefs, who get their guy, and then they still get Fano. Like, that stuff is so cool to me. It's a chessboard, and there's so much more to the draft than just best player available.
I love the draft. I had so much fun. We appreciate you joining us out there in Pittsburgh, and we can't wait to continue to celebrate you, brother. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us.
I love it, and I'll tell you, Pittsburgh was an amazing city, and you guys were great to me. Haliburton, how cool to meet you again. Pat, thanks for letting me in your world as always.
No, you're the best, Shrakes. We're all in your world, brother. You know that.
And you know what? Real Knick fan right here. Let's roll, baby. Let's go.
That's right. The hat off got me excited. Made me want to run through a wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Schrager.
Yeah, Schrager.
You ain't never met anybody like Schrager. He would lock you the fuck up. He bops wood.
He'd take you to the block.
He actually does have a nice jumper, too.
That's awesome.
Don't.
What?
Yeah, and he's like 6'9".
Yeah, you can tell from that.
Yeah.
All right, as we wrap up today, what would be your big takeaway? Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, you got your fucking alarm clock set. Master debaters, master debating all over your face.
Is that your big takeaway?
Yeah, move that workout.
I won't tune in at all.
Not even the clips. The clips are going to hit your algo like fucking, let's see. I don't want everything that just...
Napalm.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what it's like.
Like the hantavirus.
Everything that is hit, that's what I didn't want to say, yeah. Because that has kind of hit my algo right now in a heavy way. And I don't like the percentages that I'm seeing. I don't like any of it.
I actually like...
I don't like the dates that I'm seeing.
I was in a bit of a worry in the middle of the night, and then the algo actually fed me some comforting news. So I like that the algo's kind of bringing me back down to earth.
Okay, well, if the algo could do that for... hey!
I'm in a holding pattern. I'll send you the positive ones.
Okay, thank you.
It's actually too deadly to spread, so...
Okay, so since we brought it... Okay.
That doesn't feel
crazy.
With that being said, since we did just talk to your algo, you will be forced to see clips tomorrow of 2 master debaters doing their thing on a stage.
And I will scroll right past.
Is that your big takeaway, though, for today? Is that tomorrow is a big one for all of us? Or
And I'm hearing sports are in a great place.
Sports are in a great place.
And I love that.
Ratings up for everything.
Ratings up for everything. Tone's excited about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I got a lot of feedback. Would have done it the same exact way, Tone. You did us proud.
Oh, you're saying everybody's saying, hey, listen, you did what you had to do.
I'm getting a lot of these.
Really?
A lot of hat tips today.
Really?
The question is, though, you said he's family.
Yeah.
Right? But when a player who is family, everybody on the Steelers is family?
Yeah.
When you guys trade that person, you can't trade a family member, so...
Well, you certainly can, is what they've done in the past, yeah. And they've cut them, too. Yeah, get the fuck out.
They still hold a special place in my heart. I just don't think about them as much.
Yeah, and if they won a title,
I think about them all the time.
they're certainly welcome back whenever they're done.
I'll put pictures of them on my wall in my basement. Shout out you, Seven.
Troy.
It's Ben Roethlisberger.
That is Ben Roethlisberger. I get it.
Talking about. And we'll do that here in Indiana to you. Whenever you win a title for the Indiana Pacers. Hard road. They're saying rumors, rumblings, the East is about to have a freak transfer over to maybe the city of Boston.
What?
Those are rumors that are kind of brewing.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of brewing right now.
Yeah, especially with everything that came out after the whole Jaylen Brown stream thing. And
don't do streams after you lose a game.
No, he's just building up his SmackDown and Raw rosters.
There
Don't
you
you
go.
worry about
I just play the game.
Yeah, he's just playing the game. Don't you worry about any of that other stuff. We ain't with the theatrics with that whole stuff. We appreciate that. You do have it inside you, though. But you choose to use it in the right times, which is why you are a great leading man for the city of Indianapolis. Now, back to your point, though, Con Man.
Yeah, the Brad Stevens press conference. A lot of people are like, the Jaylen Brown thing is, one thing. But Brad Stevens, I don't know if I or anyone has ever seen him that like openly pissed off talking to the media at the end of the season. He also basically mentioned how hey, there were 8 to 12 teams this year actively trying to lose. the league is going to be much, much better next year because all those teams, Tyrese will come back. The Pacers have their top pick. They're going to be better. The Clippers, who knows what's going to happen. But there are a few teams up in that top tier that we're trying to lose that are going to get a good player and then immediately be a contender again. So, like, there are some moves that will be made in Milwaukee. Might be calling Boston. And maybe Boston just thinks about, making an offer.
For who?
Or receiving an offer. Maybe a Jalen for Giannis and a one. We just we do that. We do something. We'll even take Thanasis. Okay? Maybe we bring Thanasis
I think that's
in.
part of it.
Yeah,
and by the way, vibes are immaculate with Thanasis, from my understanding.
Bingo. And he's going to love some of the Greek food we got in New England. I'll tell you what.
So much Greek yogurt. I know you guys got Greek yogurt.
Oh, no, I'm talking real Greek food. I'm talking about the
gyros.
Bingo. Thank you for saying it because I forgot.
Lamb kebabs?
Sure. Sheesh. All the kebabs.
Okay.
Sheesh kebab.
Sheesh kebab. All of the kebab.
Uh-huh.
That's very nice.
I love sheesh.
All right, before we get out of here, Tyrese, great job guest hosting today.
Appreciate it, baby. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for stepping up. If you'd like to do it again tomorrow, please let me know. If not, I completely understand.
You should come back, man.
Before you get out of here, though, we need you to make your picks for Backlash.
Okay. Okay, I'm excited.
WrestleMania. Backlash. Who's Danhausen going to team up with to take on?
That's a great question. Who is it going to be?
Why is Braun so tan?
I don't know.
Who's the Miz teaming up with?
Kit Wilson.
Kit Wilson.
Who?
Toxic.
Is that Tarzan? That's Tarzan?
Kit Wilson.
No, it's Kit Wilson.
He's a
Show
beast.
some respect.
Kit Wilson saved the Miz from punching a wall actually the other week.
Well, it looks like Kit Wilson's muted, so
now
I don't know what to tell you.
Dan feels like this is probably a video that we screenshot.
It's from IG.
Yeah, it feels like we stole this from somebody. But on that note, Danhausen, who's his teammate going to be? And are they going to win over The Miz? The Miz has this phenomenal losing streak. I'm not sure he's ever really caught a dub in a decade.
Like 2,000 straight matches.
Yeah, so is the Hausen going over, or how's are we starting off?
How can he not? I'm a big Danhausen guy. I like Danhausen a lot.
Okay, and we whooping that trick? Is the champion of the United States
Of course,
against
we are
Sam?
whooping that trick.
Is that Sami Zayn these days?
That is Sami.
Yeah, it looks
he looks
just
the
like
exact
him.
same.
He looks mean, doesn't he? He looks mean.
Did AI use it make this? Because I know that's a thing going on right now.
No, I don't think they used AI.
Listen, let's not judge people using AI to make stuff.
Well, it's a big topic around this city.
What, do you remember Pete Crow-Armstrong on Top of the World?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to be judging too much.
Drake May, maybe?
Sammy versus Braun. Now that's a match. That's gonna be a good match.
What's that?
Seth versus Braun.
Holy shit, they're not all the same.
No, that was on me.
Sami Zayn and Seth freaking Rollins?
That was on me.
Seth was on GMFB this morning, so I don't know if that matters to your picks or not.
Yeah, is he focused? He's not focused because he's very good at a lot of other things. Football conversation, he is good at. He's been doing a lot of it. Obviously, Braun Breaker just came back more jacked than he's ever been. How do you feel it's going to go?
I got Braun winning. Maybe some vision antics. Some
vision.
Who's on what team here at this point? Who's part of the vision?
Logan Paul.
Love him.
Austin Theory.
Love him.
Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker.
Love him. That's the vision right now?
That's the vision.
Are they seeing 2020 or are they still kind of fractured?
They have the tag team championships, and Braun is after Seth, so I feel like they're seeing well.
Okay, Asuka and Io Sky. I know this is one that is near and dear to your heart.
Yeah.
Who do you like? How do you like?
You know who I like? Io Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always picking Io Sky.
Goat.
Yeah, we do.
Io Sky, obviously phenomenal at flying around.
Yes.
Asuka, potential GOAT.
Were they together at one point? Like,
yeah.
Were they the Kabuki Warriors?
Oh, yeah.
Were they?
Thought so.
Kyrie Sane as well.
Kyrie
Which
Sane.
Okay.
big. That was a big name on the internet, obviously, with a lot of things happening with WWE, evolving, changing, developing, moving forward. Decisions get made. People get mad. Fans get mad.
Sure.
Kyrie Sane, I believe, no longer a part here. And now Io Sky and Oscar are about to do battle.
the business.
And then let's go to Jacob Fatu. Yada-da-mean. All gas, no brakes. Taking on our tribal chief. I know you're kind of torn on tribal chief because he just bullies all your favorite guys all the time.
Why would I be torn on the tribal chief?
You acknowledge him at WrestleMania, which we appreciate.
I mean, it was probably, arguably, your guys are going to be mad at what I'm about to say, so I'm just going to say it,
probably not.
okay? Arguably, the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time.
Really? You love what Roman was doing out
I'm sorry, were you not in Philly?
I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I wasn't in Philly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Great match. A lot of shenanigans going on in Philly.
Okay.
Oh,
Final boss
takers
is
of shenanigans.
Cena.
A lot of
kidding me, dude?
guys running in, and it's historical. It's
You new
special
school
moment.
Oh, the
dudes
story was
got no
finished,
respect.
and you were a crybaby. So you
WrestleMania,
should've
we got
liked it.
straight graps. No shenanigans. 1v1, mano a mano.
Punk and Roman.
Punk and
I
Roman.
thought they said Roman was done for the summer. What's he doing at Backlash?
No, he's doing.
I'm talking about the IWC saying he's
Tyrese,
Yeah.
the IW Tyrese.
Well, I didn't say he was done for the summer.
Are you acknowledging your tribal chief at Backlash on Saturday?
Amen.
I am acknowledging our tribal chief on Sunday.
Saturday.
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 Sorry. My fault.
May 9th.
And you thought Seth was Sammy.
6 Eastern is a good
That's
start
tough.
time.
It was a Freudian slip or whatever
How
you
good
call
he
those.
looks.
Yeah, he did.
That is how good Sammy looks, I think.
6 Eastern is a good start time.
Who you like in Fatu Roman, AJ?
Come on now. You know I'm Roman all the time.
Okay, how about Seth and Braun?
Oh, this is a tough one for me, but you know what? Give me Braun.
How about EO and
EO Sky all day. We know that.
Trick and Sammy?
I like Trick. I really do.
Okay, how about Hausen and Surprise?
Has The Miz really lost every match he's ever competed in?
Yes.
He's on like
He's been champion
Then here-
before, but since then,
he's
yeah.
on quite a run.
Okay, he is due. Give me The Miz.
Like that.
Like that. All right, let's get on out of here. Thank you, Tyrese. Good luck with the
Thank you,
shingles.
Tyrese.
Appreciate it, guys.
Is it over?
Yes, good luck with that.
No, it's not over.
Shingles is not over?
It's not over.
Holy fuck. How long does this thing go?
We're at 3 months now.
You look good.
You do.
Thanks,
You look
bro.
good.
Appreciate it.
You look like it's over.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Congratulations. Lessened?
Yeah, maybe I itch my eye much less.
So you think light at the end of the tunnel is near?
Oh, no, my
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's like fully gone by wedding.
Every day you can wake up and it could be over. Is that what you've been told?
What do you mean over? Oh, the shingles could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you mean?
My eye's itching. Should I be concerned?
No, you shouldn't be concerned.
Okay.
He did hold up a napkin earlier.
Yeah, that was a little disrespectful.
That's what we do.
All right. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. We appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Back here with another incredible sports program that somehow you choose to watch. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. You're starting to get it, yeah. You're starting to get it.
This is new?
Yeah.
Well, maybe to you.
That was good. That was good.
And we're so grateful for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.